Total Smith here. Make sure y'all subscribe to my boy Downtown Deuce ASAP. Come on, man.
Destination restoration. Destination restoration. Destination restoration. Destination restoration. It's our time. Can you feel the elevation? We on a mission on vacation. Time to create the separation. Championships and motivation. 313 need no explanation. Miss me with all that conversation. We ready for the confrontation. Counting down to our destination. The final destination. Together all the time together. It's us against the world, it don't get no better. We turned it around, that was the beginning. Coming for the crown, you know we winning. Time to put in the work, I'm about to go berserk. Taking our prisoners, it's my time. Yeah, I know that it hurts. Saying break out the church, you don't wanna see me in my prime. The mission is to ring, we're caught in everything. In the city, supporting the dream. Mission new I never seen, we deserve to be king. It's all or nothing, no in between. The clock is ticking and I hope you're listening. Don't touch me cause I'm sizzling. Physicality is tipping and mentality is menacing. The dog pound body's crippling. Now the clock is ticking and I hope you're listening. Don't touch me cause I'm sizzling. Physicality is tipping and mentality is menacing. The dog pound body's crippling. Do you feel the elevation? We on a mission on vacation. Time to create the separation. Championships and motivation. 313 need no explanation. Miss me with all that conversation. We ready for the confrontation. Counting down to our destination. The final destination.
What up, though, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Deuce and Boss Show. Glad to have you guys all here, man. I was going to say, hope you guys are having a great Wednesday night, but if y'all feel anything like how I'm feeling right now, you are not. But, Boss, what about you?
I've calmed down a little bit since our live. I've reflected. Non-elimination game. We thrive when our backs are against the wall, but this was our game, I think. Some things we can turn to, which we'll get into. It's not all one thing. It's never all one thing of why teams lose. But, man, I just feeling very confident about this game. And it's a bummer that we lost.
Terrible.
Yeah.
We see you guys in the chat, man. We see you guys comment. Y'all know the drill. If you miss your comment, repost, caps lock, super chat, whatever you want to do. And we'll come to you. Let's get to this game, boss. I'm tight, y'all. I'm tight, man. I'm tight tonight. I'm extremely annoyed. It's one game, but look, all this silver lining, bright side stuff. I'm not there right now.
Not yet. Yeah. We'll get there. We'll get there
right now, bro.
Therapy session for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna take me a while to come down from this. I am not feeling any better since our live. I'm actually feeling a bit worse just thinking about everything that happened in this game.
Fair.
It's ridiculous. So if you guys missed this game, Pistons lose their third straight. After winning 4 straight games, they've lost now 3 straight on their home court in overtime, 117 and 113. And they now face a 3-2 deficit facing elimination in their second series in this series. As far as injury report, real quick, Duncan Robinson was out with lower back soreness, and Kevin Huerter returned after being out since, I think, Game 3 of the Magic series. He returned. He didn't play much, but he returned. Pistons started Daniss Jenkins in place of him, and the other starters were the same. The poll is now live for the reason why you guys think the Pistons lost this game. We got ref sold, we got turnovers, we got late game execution, and we have rotations. So a lot of candidates. Again, there's some main ones, some main culprits, I believe, in this game. But like you mentioned, boss, a lot of things played into it. But yes, you guys have it that, and we'll come back and check on that in a few. Let's get right to it, boss. Initial thoughts, man. Like I'll let you start because I'm tight.
I like the first half. I liked it. I liked what I saw. I saw energy. I saw defense. I saw a lot of guys step up. There was a lot of things I liked. When we go to individual players, I have a lot of highlights, and I'm going to highlight them because these guys, I think that a lot of them did play a great game 5 to keep us in this. The second half, the third quarter, we struggled a bit, but we kept it okay. The third quarter has been our hardest quarter. We kept the Cavs at bay. They tied it up. We went another run, all that.
Yeah.
The fourth was tough. It was a tough watch. It was a slow game. I think even in our live in like the third quarter, we're just like, this is just boring. It's just ref ball. I personally just hate when that happens. It's happened in other games, not just our team when it plays, but in NBA games when the first half is fun basketball and the second half is ref ball. Drives me a little nuts. So I do think there were calls. They almost doubled us up in free throws again, 38-20, almost. So 2 more, 40-20. There were calls I didn't agree with. There were calls I did agree with, but the calls, just like I said last game, the whistle takes us out of our style of play, transition basketball, defensive play. We can't, they let the floppers flop and flail. And again, we fouled them, but they fouled us too. But their fouls were never shooting fouls to get us to the free throw line. It was just, that just really frustrated me. It frustrated me that to tie the game was free throws. James Harden hit 2 free throws to tie the game. And then Ausar didn't get that call. And I'm annoyed by it only because of James Harden tying the game with free throws, because you just let them back into the game with a call you didn't have to call. But I a little bit, the NBA in general doesn't usually blow the whistle in the final seconds. We've seen it before with us. I've seen it with other teams. They just kind of let it play out, whether it's the final seconds of the quarter, half, game. So I'm trying. That's my reason, is that they just were like, we're not going to just we're not going to end the game with free throws. But it's annoying because you just let them tie the game with free throws. I think that's why I'm upset about it more so. But also during that quarter, during that span, we let them go on a 12-0 run, and then we let them go on a 9-0 run to end the game in overtime. So maybe not overtime, but in just to end the game regulation. Yeah. It's hard because there's not one reason, but the whistle, whether you agree with the calls or not, or the no calls, it does take the momentum away from us and gives it to a whistle-heavy Cavs. It's how they got back into the game. They just throw their bodies. So we saw it early in the fourth. We saw it in the third. Like they try to cut into leads by getting to the free throw line. And I love that our team doesn't do that, but it gets a little frustrating when you see Harden pushing Cade, and you see Harden pushing B-ball Paul, and you see Merrill grabbing Cade's arms, and you see, Donovan Mitchell shouldering everybody to get out of his way. But we're not flopping and flailing. And I respect that about us. I want us to win the right way. And usually we can.
Yeah.
But so usually we can. And if some of our shots went in late, we would have. So it's a little bit of a bummer that we kind of went cold. I wouldn't call it a choke. I've had some people text me like it seems like a choke from where I'm sitting. Definitely wouldn't call it that. But guys, and sorry, I'll let you get to your initial thoughts, but I know that some of you aren't there yet. We usually go through this therapy session together anyways. So I just I'll be more excited about this later, but just in reasoning, it wasn't an elimination game. We're still in it. The Cavs won their first away game. They haven't lost at home, but we can do that. We can take that from them. We're great when our backs are up against a wall, as we saw. We're still in better position than we were. We're in the same position, down 3-2 in game 5, than we were in the first series. It sucks that we went up 2-0, that we've lost 3 in a row. Yes, that sucks. It's playoffs, though. And I fully believe in this team to get it to game 7. A lot of people said the series is going to 7. It just sucks when, again, there's been 2 losses so far that have been so gettable.
Yep.
So, yes, that's kind of where I'm at. I'll let you go with your initial thoughts, and I'll get to some of your guys' comments while
Yeah.
is explaining. So,
So let's just run. You know what? Before I even get to the numbers, let's just take a listen to a few sound bites from JB Bickerstaff. One before the game, and then one after the game. So here's the pregame bite from JB.
You said the other night after Kenny said what he said, the whistle changed. Now that you've had some time to watch it, can you explain how the whistle had changed?
They're getting more calls than we are. Appreciate y'all.
Plain and simple, right? So that was before the game. This happened about 5 minutes ago.
Hey, Coach, did they give you a reason why there was no foul call on Jared Allen on that trip?
He fouled Ausar. It's bad. I mean, clear. He trips him when he's going for a loose ball in the game situation. You know, that's tough.
So you guys know, I've said this in the live, I've said this plenty of times before. You guys know I hate relying or chalking wins or losses up to officiating. I can't avoid it anymore. I literally can't. The Cavs guys have shot 100 plus free throws the last 3 games. 100 plus free throws the last 3 games. The officiating was terrible. It was terrible. And that's not the only reason they lost this game. I'm going to get to this 2 parts. It's twofold for me. It's officiating and it's late game execution. Those are the biggest culprits for me in this game, period. They shot 34 free throws last game. We shot 12. Tonight, they shot 38. We shot 20. So they doubled us up over the last 2 games. In both of these games, the last 3 games have been gettable. We just have not been getting a fair whistle. This game should not have went to overtime. It should not have went to overtime. I don't know how you allow James Harden to get away with pushing off the way he does so often. And when you go and review it, you still uphold it. When you're looking at it in slow motion, it's hard to look past that. In real time, when it happens fast, bang, bang, whatever. The refs are human, they make mistakes. I get that. But when you go back and you can fix your mistake and you still don't, and then that ends up being the difference in the game late in the game because you missed another call when Tony Brothers is standing right there.
Yeah.
He's standing right there in front of Ausar Thompson getting tripped by Jared Allen. He calls nothing. It's more than a second left on the clock. We're in the bonus. It's Ausar, but I think he can hit one of those 2.
Hi, King.
What up, bro? He can hit one of those 2 free throws to put the game away. And they call nothing. And like you said, it was very reminiscent of Ausar again when he got clobbered by Dante DiVincenzo against the Knicks 2 years ago.
The only time we saw Monty Williams show emotion.
This was very reminiscent of that.
Yeah.
In the game situation, obvious call. You even saw the Cleveland Cavaliers players looking upset. Like, oh, man, that's a foul. Like they were expecting it to be a foul. No call. That's absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, boss, but I hate to be that guy, but something seems off.
Yeah.
The officiating the last few games, y'all heard what Coach JB said. It's no excuse for this, bro. This is getting ridiculously out of hand. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. So I'm going to get to the other piece of it, but I want to just stop there and let you respond because the officiating this game was atrocious.
Yeah. I just want to go to
travesty.
Chat. You know, you guys are in here too. We're not blaming it all on that. But like I said last game too, it's momentum killers. When we just stop, that's not how we play. We play so well when we just keep to play defense, keep going. When the ball is constantly stopped, it's tough. And again, yes, we let them go on a 12-0 run to get back into it. And yes, we ended the game without scoring for 3 minutes. Like, yes,
very true.
Those are true things, and we're going to talk about them. But we also, I think we get to because you can't, if you didn't watch the game, you can't tell it, like, you can't be commenting on this because you can't tell us that what James Harden is doing is okay. Yeah.
So like that part of it is just like, we all realize that. We all understand. Even after the last game though, Ausar, JB, everybody was saying, yeah, the officiating was bad, but we're not going to blame it on that because we still had chances to win. I think last game, it didn't loom quite as large because the game was pretty much in hand midway through the fourth quarter. That game was over. We tried to bring it back, get close. The difference tonight was the game was in the balance. The game was in the balance which is why the officiating just seemed so much worse. That was the difference for me as far as the officiating. So it was terrible. That's why it's Detroit versus everybody. But I will say this. The Pistons still, despite that, still had chances to win this game. They still had chances to win this game. They go on a 12-0 run to go up 7, and then they don't score again in regulation.
Yeah.
They give up a 9-0 run. You can't. The late game execution was not great. Cade was getting guys shots. Cade didn't have a great game as far as his protecting the basketball, but he's doing a lot right now on both sides. He's doing a lot right now on both sides. And he was getting our guys good shots down the stretch. He had some turnovers early, careless ones, but down the stretch, you got to hit shots, bro.
Yeah.
You have to knock down shots when they're there. You
Yes.
can't go scoreless. You can't. I mean, we were in the half court because they were taking care of the basketball, so we couldn't get turnovers, right? So in the half court, when the game slows down at times, like we always say, you got to knock down shots. You got to execute.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't. They just didn't. They looked in this game at the end like the less experienced playoff team.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. Like, despite the turnovers, they still should have won this. Or despite the officials, despite the whistle, they still should have won this game.
Agreed. Absolutely. That's exactly it, guys. Despite, because we can only control what we can control. And I've been saying it since the start. We need to be a 3-possession lead ahead of the Cavs at all times for this reason, for what happened tonight.
Yeah.
Because they have the shooters in Strus, in Mitchell, and Harden, because of the foul baiting, because of being able to stop the clock and get to a line. Like, we have to stay in front by 3 possessions, and we're doing a good job. And then they chipped away at it at the end. They got back into it. We had overtime to do something about it, and we didn't. And so, again, despite, the frustrations with the whistle, we had the opportunities, and that falls on us for sure.
Yep. So. And that's usually how it goes. Like, that's why I don't complain as much about the officiating, boss, because so many times this year it's been lopsided like this, and we've still won regardless.
Right.
Because we just continue to push through, fight through, right? So the chances were still there. It just adds insult to injury when James Harden is flopping, when he's getting breathed on and just falling to the floor. Just falling to the floor, bro. Like, that's what made it worse. That has to be addressed. That has to be addressed. I thought SGA was bad, boss. James Harden's worse.
Yeah, I mean, he's the blueprint. He's the blueprint for it.
Somebody said he walked so SGA could run.
Yeah.
He crawled so SGA could run. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So, yeah, I'm tight because this was another game Pistons should have got.
Agreed.
Point blank.
Agreed.
Point blank. It's just hard to watch because, like you said, we don't play that way. We welcome contact. We play with physicality. So to see this team soft as Charmin, every opportunity, they just fall into the floor and complain about every whistle that they get called for. It's like, man, get out of here, bro. Terrible. Right. But at the end of the day, the Pistons have to learn from this. They have to learn from this. They have to play through it regardless. It's always been DVE for us. Mm-hmm. So have we continued to play the way we should and had our guys knock down just a couple shots late in this game, we win.
Yeah.
So this is the growing pains of a young team in these situations, right? This is something they have to learn from. Third quarter, again, wasn't great. Up 8, down 4 within 6 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it's just like, once again, the same troubles continue to bite us, continue to haunt us. And the rotations as well, Tara, we're going to get to those as well.
Yep.
The rotations, some things need to change. Some guys, I like that we saw some guys more in this game, and we're going to get to that as well. But I think going into the next game, some guys need to get even more opportunities, and some guys need to be coming in sooner. So all this, trying to keep guys' confidence and, trying to make sure that guys aren't losing, you're not losing guys and guys are confident, there's all that stuff's great. But at this point, you got to win.
Yeah.
At this point, it's dire now. Like 2-1, you're up 2-1. Okay, fine. You try to roll with your guy. 2-2. Okay, you try to roll with your guy. It's 3-2 now. You can't afford to give anybody else any leeway or rope if they're not producing, if they're not helping you win. Mm-hmm. Point blank. Like, that time is done. We tried to give guys opportunity, right? We're now 12, 13 games into the playoffs now. You're either playing well or you're not. You're either helping the team win or you're not. And it's clear now at this point to me who's doing that for this team. So come game 6, if they want to win the series, they got to make some more changes. And I think they're clear to everybody at this point. So
Agreed. We got quite a few super chats if we want to get to
I ain't
those.
never seen them.
Yeah, we got quite a few. We weren't skipping over you guys. We were just venting our feelings, because we'll get to those, talk them out, and then start to get to some of these individual guys, because
let's do it.
There were very great individual performances as well in this game. So,
all right, let's get to some of these, boss. What up, Dom? Says, after game 1, games 2 through 5, the Cavs have outshot us 127 free throw attempts to 74. Wow, that's 53 more free throws.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me again, the officiating is down the middle when we attack the paint more, right? F you, NBA, miss me with any post-game apology too. I ain't trying to hear no more THJ after the game is over when he got fouled egregiously. Oh, yeah, that was a foul. Who cares? The game's over.
Yeah,
we want to hear that. Who cares? That does nothing for anybody. It just makes it worse. Just stand on it at that point. So, Dom, that's terrible. 53 free throws over 4 games or 5 games. That's more than 10 a game.
And what's crazy is that we had a huge discrepancy in game 1, which I agreed with. I don't want discrepancies. I want fairness. So we had a huge discrepancy in game 1. So since game 1, the amount of free throws they've gotten, probably more like 75. Right. If you want to make it more like how many have they gotten since game 1 and how many have we gotten since game 1? Like,
that's wild. Yeah, but Dom, I agree, bro. That's bad. That's bad, bro.
Dom gave me this after game 1, games 2 through 5. So yeah, you gave me the info.
But once again, we don't want to highlight that, but when it's this bad and the games are this close, you gotta factor it in. You gotta factor it in. It was a hard watch, bro.
Yeah.
It was a very hard watch. And you mentioned it too, boss. It really killed the Pistons. It kills the Pistons' pace. Because we've seen all season, this Pistons team, went down or went up. Just either get back into the game quickly with a run, or just blow the game open with a run. Because they like to do it stringing possessions together. Get a stop, turnover, let's go out and score. Wash, rinse, and repeat, score, turnover. Like, that's how they get on their runs.
Mm-hmm.
And the Cavs, they like to slow the pace down and flop every play. That kills any momentum you're trying to build.
Yeah.
It works against the Pistons completely. That's why it's hard to watch, especially because we're a team that doesn't do that. And my God, Don, you're right, bro. 100%, bro. 100% on the nose, bro. Terrible.
What's up, Moshe?
What up, Mauser? What's up, Mauser? Says, is it Mauser? I think it's Mauser. I think he said Mauser. Yeah. Hate to say it, I'm losing interest in the NBA. Flopping from Harden, SGA, etc. is pure garbage. Garbage, bro. Sad to see Cade punished for playing by the rules. Yes. If we have to flop to get called, right, what's the point? And that's just frustrating too. Because Donovan Mitchell got up on the platform and said, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Maybe I should start flopping. And then Kenny Atkinson said the same thing. Ever since then, this has been happening. It's been completely lopsided. Absolutely ridiculous.
I'll say too, it's like flop if you want to flop, but you shouldn't get the whistle. Nothing is we saw Harden flop and not get the whistle today too.
Yeah.
Like, that also happened. And I love that. It's embarrassing. Like, I love that. But then don't reward them in late game situations to let them back in. I don't understand. So, but I do agree. It's just been tough. I miss the physicality of,
game has changed, man.
The NBA. And the game is starting to go more into a defensive tone. I mean, look at the top 3 teams, the Pistons, Spurs, and OKC. I mean, those 2 guys are also the West teams are also good on offense, but it's more defense focused too. And I think there is a shift coming. I think they even talked about that in terms of the draft coming up. Like, you kind of got to draft 2-way players with this defensive shift that's happening. So hopefully we do see a little bit more. I think that Fred VanVleet is also doing a fantastic job leading the Players Association. They just had their first time grading NBA players or NBA refs. Every NBA player graded refs into 3 tiers. And Fred VanVleet is trying to make the case that only tier 1s should be able to officiate playoff games. Like, that's how it should go. And I hope they kind of implement that and just listen to the fans and everything, because it's just not fun. Like, I have no desire. I was if the Lakers made it through, if Luka was back, I have no desire to watch Luka versus SGA. I have no desire.
So the game will be 4 hours long.
Exactly. So it's like, and that sucks because those are MVP, like that's an MVP versus a potential MVP. Like these are two very good players. But the onus does, and even SGA admitted, he's just like, the refs call it. Like the refs, it's on the refs.
Yeah.
So, and this rant could go on forever.
Yeah.
We're going to get into other things that could have gone better for us in this game to make sure we pull it out. But like you say, Deuce, too, as frustrating as it is, it's not something we can control, and we can't play like we can.
And it wasn't the only thing that caused the game. Like the Pistons in the fourth quarter, in the second half of the fourth quarter, they were 0 for 5 from 3.
Mm-hmm.
And most of them were good looks.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Just didn't knock them down. So it's easy to harp on that. And on the officiating, especially because we lost. And it was a big part of the game. But still, once again, if you knock down shots, just wide open shots, this game is over.
Yeah.
You're at home. You got all the momentum. You can't let them go on a 9-0 run to end regulation. You just can't let that happen. So once again, young team, mistakes, got knocked down shots, wasn't there. Masha, you're correct. What up, Keith? Lee Petway says, I think that JB need to start Paul Reed over Jalen Duren because this series would have been over already. Between games 3 and 5. Could have been a big difference.
Look,
3 through 5, if I'm being honest.
If you don't mind me just commenting on this first, because we addressed this in our live a little bit because we talked about it. We were talking about, basically we saw the injury report today and saw that 3 guys were questionable. And so we were like, if all of them are out, who would you start? That conversation led to that. And I thought that B-Ball should start this game.
Yep.
But then, Deuce, you still said Duren, and I still agree with you to that extent because your reasoning was solid. It's like he just spoke to the media about how he wants to get better. We've seen what he can do. If he does turn it on, we know that he can be an absolute monster out there. He was our second scoring option behind Cade for the whole season. But it was play him and then, give him a chance. And if he's not working, pull him. And he did eventually pull him in the first, put in Stu, but then we saw more of Duren. And every time Duren came on the court, our energy was gone. It was just gone. It was drained. Like even the minute the B-Ball, we didn't see B-Ball till the second half, but the minute that we saw, the fourth quarter, the minute we saw him, immediately he's already spacing better, moving, doing something. And I don't know what it is. But at this point, because I was cool with either option coming in this game. But now, I said it to Deuce before we started this too. Like now, I agree completely with you, Keith. Like we better see him in an elimination game because what he's doing out there is just way better than what JD's doing. Like completely, he's running over the Cavs. He came in and had an assist, a rebound, and a score right away.
Yep.
So
I'm saving my comments for him, but you're not wrong at all. Keith Lee Petway, we're on the same page for sure. Appreciate you, bro. Dom comes back around and says it is extremely difficult trying to make a play to overcome your own mistakes, but also have to fight against back. Right. Yeah. That's why you just got to control what you can control, though.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like it's in the moment, it's tough. It's frustrating for these guys because they can feel the whistle working against them too at home. They can feel it too. But despite that, you got to continue to you got to play through it. You got to play. It's something they shouldn't have to play through to this level, right? It's not something they should, and they know that. They can see the discrepancy. They see it. They know.
Right.
But that's the cards we're handed. Detroit versus everybody. That's what you have to deal with, unfortunately, for right now. Until you've proven that you can contend for championships on a regular basis, like we did in the 2000s, you're not going to earn that whistle. It's not going to be given to you. You got to earn. You got to go and take it.
Yep.
And we're not there yet. So until we get to that point, we gotta continue. And the only way we're gonna get through it is if we continue to play through it. That's the only way we're gonna get to that point. So it sucks, but it is what it is, bro. And you know that. I know you know that for sure. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Masha says, "How can you, as a man with any self?" I don't get it, bro.
That's how
I like me and Boston. The game has changed dramatically from the time when I used to play. We didn't call fouls. Like, of course, it's not the NBA, but like just the culture of the game. You didn't call fouls growing up. because we didn't see guys in the NBA looking for fouls.
Mhm.
The culture of the game has just changed now, and they allow it. They
Mhm.
wouldn't do it if every time they flopped, it was an offensive foul or it was a tech. If it was a quick whistle, or if every time they got bumped just a touch and they fell over, if it was play on every time, they stopped doing it.
Yeah.
So this is on the officiating. This is on Adam Silver. It's on the NBA to fix this. They have to. They have
Agreed. Agreed.
Fit with JT says, get another score to help. Yes.
That's the plan.
Yes, that's the plan. Exactly. That's the plan. The Pistons already have passed up or exceeded last year's success.
Yeah.
Getting to the second round. Right? So whatever happens going forward, there are definitely going to be some moves made. And now a game like tonight, down the stretch, we see exactly what we need to do. So Fit with JT, I agree. You guys are on point tonight, man. Dom says, remember when they made the rule to fine flopping a few years? Yeah, what happened to that? It went away.
We got a flopping foul this year.
It just went away, right? It just went away.
So weird.
Didn't that only last like a month into the season, right? Yeah, it just disappeared. They had it, and I didn't hear anything about it going away. I just didn't see it anymore.
We saw it. Jeremy Grant get one in Detroit when I was there for that first weekend in December against the Trailblazers. And then we saw Ivy get one, but it's like those guys I'm not worried about.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense. And so it's just a bummer because again, like, yeah, I just, like you said, I just want to enjoy the game more.
The lack of pace is
you just don't call it.
Excruciating.
Let them do that. So yeah.
Excruciating, man. So yeah, so Dom, you know what it is, bro.
Real quick.
I hope they go ahead.
Sorry,
go ahead.
No, you're good.
No, I was just saying something has to be done about that.
Yeah.
Because it's ridiculous. So if you want, we can.
Sorry. I was just gonna get to one more comment by Dom that he didn't have to pay for. Just because you donated so much, Dom. Thank you. Duncan 3-ball was missed today, but DJ hooped as a starter. Agreed. Yeah. Agreed. And we'll talk about that too going on. So sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to make sure because Dom will throw your comments up here without super chats too. You do.
Yeah,
you do
for sure.
Yeah.
Box scores. Let's get to it. I'm tight, y'all. I told you I'm annoyed, bro. If I'm snappy, I apologize in advance. I'm not trying to be
fair. Fair. Look, I gotta hold on to it's probably gonna annoy me as I talk about these guys, but just in terms of the great games that they had and how it was wasted on this, but I'm just holding on to optimism because it's all I have.
I'm letting that go for now. I'll get to optimism tomorrow. I'm man. All right. Mark is here. Mark says late game disaster. Yes. We have found out. Yes, a lot about this group is as we were supposed to. That was the whole point of this season. Can't be angry, but the disappointment is fair. Keep the scoreboard ticking. Yeah. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm a prisoner of the moment right now. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's annoying, man. But yeah, you're right. We learned about this team. We learned about where we need to grow. We learned about even more about our weaknesses. A lot of these things we may have thought we needed, but now that we're in the playoffs and we see it for sure, now we know. I think we have an even clearer picture of not just what we need, but now who we need. Mm-hmm. Just more detailed about who that person may be. So we'll definitely get to that too. But Mark, I agree, bro. It's not a disappointment of a season. It's a disappointment of a game because it was a game to go get, and they didn't get it.
Right.
So
exactly,
it is what it is. Boss, let's go to some box scores, man, and dig into this game a little bit deeper. Let's start with Cade Cunningham in this game, guys. Tonight, guys, let me see. Let me get my box score up. Oh, I got it. Hold on. Here we go. All right. Cade Cunningham, guys, finished with 39 points, but he had to drop 40 and we still lost. That's crazy. But that's never a good sign when he has to. 39 points on 13 for 27 shooting. 6 for 10 from 3. 3-ball was working for sure. 7 for 8 from the line. That's good. 7 boards, 9 assists, 6 turnovers, 2 steals, and 48. He played 48 minutes. He played 48 minutes.
Yeah. That's
not a good sign. And in the loss, that's really not a good sign. But I know it's overtime, but still, without that, he still played 43. That's still too much.
Right.
But go ahead. Thoughts on Cade this game?
Cade, I thought, played really well, except you can tell when he was tired. It's when the turnovers happen. It's when the bad closeouts happen. It's when these things happen. And again, he would go out, they take a timeout, he have a break, he had a rush of adrenaline. I just don't think that his timing, I thought that JB was doing a really good job of like time on the court and stuff. We figured out that Cade, going out at the 7-minute mark's a little bit better, or 6.5-minute mark, than like playing him to the 4-minute mark, and that worked. But then that didn't happen in the second half. That didn't happen after the first. Cade was in there for a long time. I think that Jenkins was a starter tonight, so I don't know if he just wasn't sure about Sass on the floor, but I liked what I saw from Sass and Jenkins on the floor. Caris and Jenkins, Caris and Sass, Caris, Sass and Jenkins, all of them.
Mm.
So I don't necessarily understand why he didn't get more breaks, especially, but I do when it's like, your star, he's your star, you're trying to get this win. But it was when he was tired in some of those minutes, it was very obvious. I mean, 6 turnovers again, just too high. In the second, he had some very important steals. He had one of them was a breakaway to JD finally getting a basket. Like you said, his 3-ball was great. 13 of 27. I don't mind. It's a little high. It's a lot of shots.
Mm-hmm.
It's the most shots in the game.
Yeah, you don't want to see Cade.
But so we
25
saw him a few times in a row drive it in, and then he couldn't get the shot off or get it off well, and then he would drive it in and try to pass it out because they were collapsing on him. But then those were turnovers. And that was, again, during the tired period. So he absolutely turned it on. I don't think he was a reason that we lost. He had a turnover. Like, Strus turned him over there, too, at the end. But
yeah,
that wasn't an unforced one. The unforced ones came earlier in the game. So, I don't think when you put up these numbers, it's your fault at all.
Yeah.
But he did, miss some clutch shots late to help us, stay in it. And yeah, everyone just kind of went cold later on. And again, I think that's just where the Cavs are comfortable. And that's why I wanted to stay ahead. But
that's their game.
Cade had some good defensive plays as well, but then some bad ones as well. For such a great game, definitely a mixed bags in areas, just streaks of bad play and streaks. But like I say, his good play was longer, but those streaks of bad play were timely. They were timely.
I mean, like Cade is tired, bro.
Yeah.
He's doing a lot. I'm on him a lot for his turnovers and stuff like that, but the physical and mental load he has to carry is ridiculous. Like I can't even blame him tonight. He has 6 turnovers. Right. I don't even really care. Some of them happened at bad time. Like he started off this game sluggish, right? Yes. He was just a slow, and that's why I can't fully blame it on fatigue, because out the gate again he was sloppy. Out the gate, the 3-ball was working. That was good to see. He was playing great defense on James Harden, just moving his feet, right? Straight jacket, playing like he was handcuffed, just strictly just moving those puppies, right? Defensively, that was nice to see. But I thought it was way too much ISO offense early in this game.
Yes,
no
agreed.
Movement, right? 10 defensive eyes on him, just watching him. The offense is all looking at him, no movement. I don't like that. I like that he shot efficient. It's just as far as the style of play and the pace. We're not a good half-court team, so we got to move. We got to have player movement, ball movement, and it was just too often. It was just dribble, tween, trying to and it was just 1-on-5. I don't like that. Second half was better as far as his shot diet, as far as the movement. Him catching off ball, him playing off ball with Daniss and stuff like that. That was good to see. That was nice. But he started to wear down. Second half, he started to wear down, man. He was late on his closeouts. He wasn't attacking the glass. He was allowing offensive boards. He just wasn't, his passes were off target. To Sass out of bounds over his head. Just, trying to force passes inside when it's not there because Allen and Mobley are long. Like, he was tired, man. He has some crucial errors down the stretch. Like, here's my thing. I'm giving Cade grace, right? But you can't get plucked by Max Strus on the inbound.
Yeah, exactly. Totally. Absolutely.
That just can't happen. Yeah, that just can't happen. And once again, I know he's tired, but if that's the case, get him off ball even more then. Like, Daniss, bring it up, bro. That's why he's in the game. So I don't know who that's on to make that happen, but that can't happen in that situation when you're protecting a lead at home in game 5.
Right.
That's just the unforced turnovers. So that kind of stuff can't happen. But for what he provided us this game, it's hard for me to even look at him and point my finger at him. Because he's doing so much on both sides of the ball. We praise him for how he's such a great two-way player. We praise him for his conditioning. But even with all of that, over a 48-minute game, you got to do that much. Everybody's going to wear down.
Mhm.
It's going to happen to everybody. He's still human. He's an MVP level player, but he's still human. So I just felt down the stretch, it was just too much on his plate. The minutes, the usage, all of it. It was just too much. It was too much.
Agreed.
So that's about him. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got some comments up here. A lot of you are saying the same things. He's just tired. It's not on him.
Yeah.
I agreed. We got another super chat from Dom. Sucks everybody going to tell us stop crying if we ever mention officiating. Meanwhile, the whole national media defended LA's childish complaining. What DVE mean?
Detroit versus everybody.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I shouldn't know that.
Yeah. It's of course, bro. Of course, it's always going to be that way.
And you other teams complain about it too. I mean, Chris Finch talks about it with, every team goes through this. So you can't, if you call it over here, calling fan bases, childish, wrong.
Yeah.
We're complaining, but we're talking about what else we could have done to outdo this. We've been fighting. We're a team. It just gets me, like, I think it was early in the season when the OKC lost and Caruso was like mad at the end of the game, like that should have been a call. It's like, you are the last person. That team can't complain. That's like the Cavs complaining in game one. It's like, what are you talking about?
LeBron complaining to Şengün.
Everybody complains about the officiating. Every single team, every single fan base.
Yep.
But it's a factor because and again, people are like, well, Cade just learned to flop then. Why should we change the game
come
that
to
way?
that.
Yeah. So
that's not who we are. It's never going to be who we are.
Mm-hmm.
We got another super chat too from 24 Georgie. We tried to so let me read this comment. He says, pretty clear our season is over, but with that said, who should Pistons target in the offseason to put us over the top? So the season's not over yet.
No, yeah.
It's 1st to 4, bro. It's not over yet. It looks bleak. The way it happened looks bleak. I mean, 3-1 last series, right? We're down. We won 3 straight. So it's not impossible to come back and win 2 straight. It's bad because we've lost 3 straight. We didn't lose 3 straight to the Magic. It was 1-1, and then we lost 2 straight. We lost 3 straight now. So that's why it looks and feels worse.
Yeah.
But we were down 3-1 last series. We're down 3-2 now.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not over yet. But, because you hit it with the super chat, I'm going to entertain the latter part of your comment. And you guys who have been with us for a while, you know where I'm at with this. I have my eye on one guy, and that guy is Trey Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
I think he will bring everything as far as a shot making, as far as ball creation, as far as the defensive length that he brings, just as far as he can do everything. He can do everything for you in the basketball court.
Yeah.
Whatever you need him to do, he can do. I think he'd be a great guy for Cade to be off ball, whatever. He can just get it done. He would greatly decrease the amount of double teams Cade will see because he will make you pay every single time if you leave him open. So, and he can also put the ball on the floor. So that's who I would have my eye on. I'm only entertaining this because he hit us with the super chat. We appreciate that, Georgie. But the season ain't over yet, bro.
Yeah.
It's 1st to 4, man. Got a long way to go. So
it wasn't an elimination game. Like it's not over yet, so we're not going to go there. It's not pretty clear. And I'm with Deuce on that. It's something we can talk about another time. Definitely going to be an off-season conversation. I'm excited for what we make in the the moves we make in the off-season as well. I love our team now, but it's obvious, these things are obvious despite us, still getting to the second round. So winning 60 games, we can improve, and that's exciting. And if any of you guys comment who you think of or who you want, we might throw some up, but I'm just going to say really quick, consider scoring, consider defense. Two-way play.
Consider chemistry. Consider chemistry as well.
Yeah. Consider chemistry and consider contracts.
Right.
Okay. So you want to bring someone in that's going to cost more than Cade.
Yeah. Because we're not going to be better than Cade. So why are you paying them more than Cade? Right. But we'll have that conversation whenever the season ends. We want to talk about that, just not right now.
And we want to talk about it with you guys for sure.
We're not conceding the season yet. Yeah. 100%. I mean, we a lot of people conceded the season last series. Yeah. Some of y'all here.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't that happy either, right? Yeah. But the point is, and I'm calling some of y'all out, but the point is that it's not over yet. So Stella says, hey y'all, I'm gonna head to bed, but it's Detroit forever, DVE, Detroit basketball. I will say I'm sad and upset tonight. Get some rest, Stella. Get some rest. Sleep it off. I appreciate you showing up. even for just a minute.
Absolutely. Yes, thank
But
you,
yeah,
Phil. You've always been the support. And again, this
yeah,
is a great therapy session. You guys talk it out. You guys, sometimes you calm me down, we calm you down. It's great to
yeah,
talk it out. So yeah.
yeah, yeah. So we'll leave it there on Cade, man. Definitely was too much on his plate tonight.
Mhm.
And once again, had guys just knocked down some shots late, the game could have been a lot different. So he did his part. Wasn't a perfect game by any stretch for anybody, but he did the best he could. He gave everything he had in this game. That
Mhm.
much is for sure. And it was more than enough. So that's all I got for Cade, guys. We'll leave it there on him. Let's move on now, boss, to Daniss Jenkins, who got the start tonight, guys, for
Yeah.
Duncan Robinson in this game, guys. Daniss Jenkins finished with 19 points on 8 for 17 shooting, 2 of 8 from 3, 1 of 1 from the line, 2 boards, 3 assists, no turnovers, and 3 stocks, 1 steal and 2 blocks for Tink. Those are good numbers. In 41 minutes, boss. Take off.
I mean, 19 points was our second leading scorer. So we really stepped it
Yep.
up, guys. He's been great as a starter. This is the first time we see him as a starter as a 2, we believe. Correct us if we're wrong. I think he's only started in absence of Cade. But
Yep.
the assist's a little low for me. He definitely likes to move the ball a little
I
bit
agree.
more.
agree.
Love the 0 turnovers. Again, fantastic job taking care of the ball by Daniss.
Per
The
use.
3 stocks, huge. I don't mind this 8 of 17. I don't necessarily mind the 2 of 8 because some of those came late when we needed them. He also made 1 late when we needed it, but that is a lot of threes. But you know, at least he wasn't. I'm not mad about it, honestly, especially when he's basically there to be Duncan for us a little bit.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I want to see at least at minimum 3 for 8,
right,
shooting
exactly.
wise.
You want to see, and a couple were in and out. So, but
Mhm.
that's my only complaint about him. Truly, everything else was great. Some highlights I have from him. He got the first 7 points of the game, guys. Corner 3 to start the game, then a long corner 2, which we thought was a 3.
Point the line.
But yeah, scored the first 7 points. On the second, he had a steal on Mobley at the top of the key. Big 3 in the fourth. Again, his threes were timely. Saved. When Ausar blocked, was it Harden?
He blocked a few people tonight, so I'm not sure.
I know,
what you're talking
but it was the one that AT saved, or Daniss saved from going out of bounds. He literally chased after it.
about. Yeah.
Threw it in front of him to Ausar, and it led to Ausar free throws, which he made. And then drove to the basket for an and one to get us. We were the first to hit 100 tonight. He was fired up. He was amped up. He was ready to go. He had a great game. Again, this one isn't on him at all. This is a stat line I'm thrilled with if we pull this out.
Yeah.
And again, he did hit a big 3 in the fourth. So anything that was missed, like, I'm not going to blame any of the clutch shots on him because he was actually giving us offense in those minutes when other guys weren't. He just played both ways fantastically. Again, maybe it's some of the assists going up a little bit just because he likes to move the ball more. But again, he wasn't the main ball handler tonight. Cade was. So he was playing off Cade. And then when Caris came in, he was. So just incredible show out from Daniss. And I'm very proud of him because we needed him to step up in this game despite it being a loss. We just needed that from him as a starter. Some people I was reading some of the discourse for some of the communities before the game started when they found out that Daniss would start. And a lot of people thought they would be hero ball. They were worried, why would you play him and not Woo? Like, they was worried about him. And I think he shut all those worries down. He did great. And we don't know what Duncan's status is, but I wouldn't mind him in the starting lineup Friday either. Did he play well?
Yeah. Yeah. I liked it. I liked it. It's a trade-off, right? Because we know in the half court, you have much more movement with a Duncan Robinson, right? He's a great off-ball mover. He reminds me of Rip Hamilton in that way, in the sense that he's just able to move well, come off screens, get a shot up, knock it down consistently. We understand that, right? And defensively, Daniss is better. Defensively, Daniss is a better defender. Daniss is a better ball handler. Bringing the ball up court is not something you're looking for Duncan Robinson to do. It was a few times on the inbound when Daniss was on one side, Cade on the other, and the Ausar's inbounding, and Cade is literally like, get him the ball.
Yeah.
That's nice to have for Cade. Even with that, Cade still had a ton on his plate, but it's just nice to have somebody else who can just alleviate some of that pressure every now and then, to
Mhm.
where Cade doesn't have to bring the ball up. That adds up. That adds up over a 40-minute game. Over 48 minutes, that's little stuff adds up.
Mhm.
So I think the trade-off worked in our favor in the sense that we alleviated some of that for Cade, because if we didn't have him starting and Cade had these usage, he'd be even worse. He'd be even much worse for him. So I just like that Daniss gives him that outlet,
Mhm.
right? He gives him an outlet. That's a good thing. I thought he
Yes.
played well overall. Like the
Yeah.
shooting for me is the only area where I'm like, could have been better.
Yeah.
But other than that, I like how he plays with pace.
Mhm.
He's always looking to push the ball. Every run the Pistons went on was off pace. It wasn't a bunch of half court buckets and we're getting stops, and half court buckets and we're getting stops and we're getting out and running.
Mhm.
And every time we had an opportunity to, Daniss if he was in there, he was pushing the ball every single time. So I did like that. He made some really big shots in that fourth quarter too.
Yes, exactly.
Really big shots, like you mentioned. He made some really big shots in that fourth quarter. Once again, defense to offense, coming up with turnovers, getting on the boards, just doing all the little things. He tried to catch another body. He hasn't been able to catch anybody quite yet. But he's always trying to catch a body. But overall, I thought he played very well in this game. You know, it's tough because, you know, we could have used some of that shooting that Duncan provided. But in a game like last game where he only took 2 shots total, you know, I'm living with what Daniss gives us, because Daniss hit as many threes. He hit more threes this game than Duncan did last game.
Yeah.
Duncan made 1 3 last game.
Yeah, I had 2 shots.
You know, 2 shots.
Yeah.
So, you know, so with Daniss, if I'm getting a few threes, if he's creating space, if he's giving Cade, you know, a different look, and he's giving the defense a different look, and he's giving us that defense, I'm okay with it. I like what I saw with those two together. I did. So I don't have much negative to say about Tink in this game. I thought he played a really good game overall.
Exactly. Especially, you know, he moved up to a starting position in the playoffs. That's his first start as a first playoff start as well. And you know, we saw him struggle a little bit in the first series with some confidence, with some rhythm. It didn't sway his rhythm at all. It's his highest, it's his most points, I think, in the playoffs so far.
19, I think so too. Yeah. So we'll leave it there on 10, guys. Boss, let's keep pushing, man. Let's go to Ausar Thompson. Ausar, Tasmanian backbone of the defense. Thompson, man, finished with 6 points tonight. 6 points on 2 of 6 shooting, 0 of 1 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line, 7 boards, 5 assists, 2 turnovers, 4 steals, and 3 blocks for 7 stocks in 41 minutes, boss. Very interesting stat line. I'm trying to decide which way I want to go with this, because it's just like
fair.
I'll let you go ahead first.
Don't let Eric Vincent get in your head. Don't let him get in your head.
Oh no, it ain't that. I mean, if he was here, we already know what he be on, though.
I know.
We already know what he be on.
But don't let him get in your head too much about the offense. Look, Ausar, I'm as our defender, the leader in stocks in this playoffs for any team. He leads the league in stocks in the postseason.
More than Wemby.
Yeah. 4 steals and 3 blocks is nuts. He did so many good things. I will say real quick, just to address the offense. Early, you pointed this out, so I'll let you get into it more when it's your turn, but he had opportunities that he could have gone up at the rim and he chose to pass it. Like he was looking more to get other guys involved. He had some opportunities where if he was just a little bit quicker, he could have gotten there. But anyways, I'll let you get into that. The 5 assists, I'm also thrilled at. That's the second most behind Cade, which is what you want from a guy who has been called on a few times to help be a secondary ball handler. Only 2 turnovers as well. But some notes I have for him: in the first, he had passing lane poke away to his breakaway dunk. That was early. He lost the ball. That was one of his turnovers, and then immediately stole it right back. Just made up for it. And I just thought that he did really well there. In the fourth, he blocked Allen in the paint. That was the one. It was Jared Allen. It wasn't Harden. That was the one that Daniss saved. And then he made both of his free throws. And then, I have knocked it out of Harden's hand at the end of regulation. He was tripped. They decided not to call it, play through. But to give him credit, as much as we want to, be mad at the refs, he prevented a shot that would have ended the game. That could have ended the game. Regular. He played great defense. He did what he was supposed to do. He can't control the uncontrollable. but he played fantastic defense, didn't let the Cavs out of the game that easy. So that was huge. He stepped up in big moments. He was just a huge presence on the floor. It was hard for anybody to get past him. He also tied with, actually, B-Ball Paul had the most rebounds, but he tied with Cade for the second most rebounds at 7. So just everywhere, just crashing the boards. Again, early in the game when we could have grown the lead a little bit, he was looking more to give the ball up rather than shoot. But that's my only offensive criticism of him, at least. He was in there working hard, getting it done. I mean, he's just such a good defender, and his box score proves it every day. And the way you watch him play just proves it every day too.
Yeah. I'm so torn on this.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm so torn on which direction I'm going to go with this. I can't even really pick a direction. So let's talk about both. Defensively, he's incredible, bro.
Yes,
it doesn't.
Of course, you can't.
We've watched him since his rookie season, since OTE for some of us.
Yeah.
And I'm still not I'll never get used to some of the things he's able to do. It's kind of like a Wemby with Spurs fans. It's just like when you see a guy able to do, he just jumps off the page like that. I don't know if I'll ever get used to him doing some of the things he does. It's just otherworldly. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
He's literally an alien too.
Like I said, when he floated up for a rebound too, it's like a UFO was pulling him. Like he just
bouncing off a trampoline, bro.
Nuts.
Yeah, his hang time is ridiculous.
Yeah.
His defensive impact was insane. His defense just creating zone offense off his defense, which we know he said in the past helps him get going offensively, which is why I want to see more on that end. But defensively, I thought he was incredible. You mentioned the block on Mobley, the recovery defense, the help side defense. Like he's truly the backbone of this defense. He does so many things that a lot of people don't even see. That don't show up on stat sheet. He's everywhere. He's Tasmanian Thompson. That's why I call him Tasmanian Thompson, because he's just chaos all over the court defensively. If you got to score on him, it's tough sledding for you. So yeah. I love everything. Like he gave us 7 extra possessions with his stocks. 7.
It's crazy.
7. And I don't know if I've ever been this impressed by the guys' impact defensively, yet so frustrated with their lack of impact offensively. That's why I'm struggling.
Fair.
I haven't seen this before to this level, to where it's like this great and struggling this much on the other side. I don't think I've seen the gap like this ever for me watching a defensive guy play. So,
yeah, that's fair.
As much as we say, if you're not putting up a bunch of points and you're playing that much, you got to be doing the other stuff. He did a lot of other stuff. But I'm still like, you got to give us more than 6 points in 41 minutes. You have to. That's my only fair. Like you got to give us more than 6. Give us 10. Just give us 10. You know? And it's not even the points.
Yeah.
There's so many times where he's not even looking to score. Like he's not even looking at the rim. It's like 4 on 5. The the final swing always comes back to him. And you see that they're trying to move the ball, right? But when he's the one that's catching the last pass and he doesn't go up with it, you got to keep moving the ball more.
Yeah.
So as much as the ball movement is great, it's creating space for you to get that shot at the end. But the shot at the end is coming to you and you're still looking to pass. It doesn't help us. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I just need him to be as aggressive offensively as he is defensively. I don't care if you miss. I don't care if you go to the line and miss half your free throws. Get there. Attack. Mentally, have that same dog attack. Pretend the rim is a defender and go at it. I'm sorry, pretend the rim is your defensive assignment.
Yeah.
And just go at it. I want him to have the same aggression offensively. I don't care what it looks like. Just make them account for you so it's not 4 on 5 offense every time down. That's the only thing for me. Not taking away anything he did defensively, because he's otherworldly defensively. In my opinion, he's right there with me for Defensive Player of the Year. Yes, just give us a little bit on both sides. Now he's
funny,
bro. What? That's funny because
I mean it's true. I mean, Daniss was doing crazy things too.
Bro, I remember Dennis Rodman very well. That's we all know what assuming is. We all know how you break that down. I remember all the championships, bro. Going back to 87, Isaiah Thomas pass, 88, losing sprained ankle,
He's just
89, 90,
complimenting.
back-to-back champion, 91, losing the 7 games or getting swept by the Bulls. I was there for all of it, bro. I ain't the one.
He's
Y'all,
compl-
the chat will tell you, I'm the last one. Y'all need to be questioning about Pistons history. Don't do that.
He's
Don't do that.
complimenting your skin. He's complimenting
that.
your skin. There's no way this guy is older than 30, right?
Don't do that. I'll be 40 in a few months, y'all. Stop it.
Oh, man.
I'm the wrong one.
This is funny.
I'm
Look,
the wrong one.
I agree with you. I do, because we've seen Ausar. He had a 17-point game not too long ago. Like, we've seen him be aggressive under the rim, go back up with it, dunk with 2 hands. Like, we saw that. And I'm not invalidating any of this. These are all good points. But I will say, before probably last game, we were, trying to say, well, JD's young. He's still learning. This is his first real playoff run besides last year.
Mhm.
Ausar's too.
Yep.
We can say all those things about Ausar, but he's not. The last game was bad, but that's for everybody. But he's not lacking in the areas that we need him to thrive into. Like, we do need the offense, but I'm still very proud of what he's doing in other ways, because we've seen even our own guys fall off.
Right. And here's the thing, real quick on the Dennis Rodman point. How many times did you guys see Dennis Rodman initiating offense?
I'll be right
How
back.
many times did you see Dennis Rodman with the ball in his hands, looking to make plays? We always talk about sometimes how big men struggle as far as being an MVP, like centers being an MVP, like the Joel Embiids of the world or whoever. Like, other than Joker, you don't see many centers as MVPs because they don't have the ball in their hands. So in the same vein, how often did you see Dennis Rodman with the ball in his hands, looking to bring it up, looking to make plays? That's a totally different situation. Dennis Rodman did not do that. Ausar Thompson, at times, has played the point forward role. He's initiating offense. He's bringing the ball up court. He's dropping dimes, making passes, right? So just take some of that and go to the basket. Look to be aggressive with your own offense sometimes. That's the difference. See, y'all ain't want to have this conversation with me about Dennis Rodman. I know all about Dennis Rodman and all those guys. I know all about it, bro. It's not the same comparison. It's not the same thing at all. So I just need him to be more aggressive looking for his own offense, especially when he has the ball in his hands. That's it. If he was just relegated to the dunker spot every time down the court and just waiting for a pass, that's different. That's different. But when you got the ball in your hands and you're initiating offense and you're finding others, if you can find others for their offense, I need you to look for your own, period. And this in no way is to take away from him, because he was incredible in this game defensively. I just had to respond to that comment because Dennis Rodman is not a good comparison for Ausar Thompson at all. Can you guys recall one time the inbound was to Dennis Rodman to bring the ball up court?
Yeah.
I'll wait. Exactly. Don't play with me, bro. Yeah. Don't. Come on, don't do that, bro. Don't ever try to pull my card as far as the history of this game.
He
Don't
said,
do that.
let me make sure that you never
the wrong
question
one.
this again, any of you.
I'm about to get me tied all over again. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I got for Ausar. I just need more aggression, boss. That's all. That's all. Just look for your own. That's it. And that's not to say it won't come. It's just what we're noticing in real time.
Mhm.
But aside from that, I still won't say, had he done that, we win. There were still opportunities for us to still win this game despite that, because of what he did defensively.
Oh, yeah.
If we just
Again,
execute late, this game is over.
Well, what
That's
he
it.
did defensively as well was get us back into a rhythm of transition offense. We
Right.
rely a lot on him
Right.
for that. And does a
For
good
sure.
job. Mhm.
For sure. So we'll leave it there, man, on Ausar, guys.
I like this. I just like this reference. He's the libero in volleyball because that's what my sister was.
What's the libero?
Kind of a floater, does it all, throws herself to the ground, kind of thing.
Wait, Ausar? Ausar's. Oh, okay. I get it.
Like
I
in
get
terms
it.
of in
I
terms
get
of
it.
defense too. Like they make sure that they'll from what I've seen is that they'll I'm explaining it terribly, but they're the ones to go after and save the ball from a score kind of thing.
Got you.
Keep the
Okay.
ball in play, sort of.
Yeah, Organic said, yeah, dudes, but you don't know about Dave Bing putting up a 40 burger. I don't. I wasn't around for Dave Bing. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Shout out to y'all who were. Listen, I ain't gonna sit here and lie to y'all. If I don't know about it, I ain't gonna talk about it. If I do, I'm going to. But Dave Bing, I seen highlights. He was a beast. I ain't seen him in real time, bro. So I ain't even gonna, if you want to educate me about that for sure, I'm all ears. Was you around for that, bro? You weren't around for no Dave Bing. Man, stop capping, bro.
They're trying to distract. They're trying to distract. We got to get
Yeah,
back to
y'all
it, guys.
capping,
We got to get
bro.
back to it. We got to
Y'all
talk this
capping,
through.
man. That's like saying, yeah, bro, I graduated in 04, bro. What are we doing? I
mean the
challenge
top-
anybody on y'all on that. You said
The
what?
top rated defense of all time? The 04 Pistons? Did you know that? They're the top rated defense of all time.
Really?
Spurs are about to pass them, though. No.
Yeah, don't kill my vibe, boss. Don't
No, I
kill
think
my
they
vibe.
they played a game that outscored them, but that was the highest rated
Gotcha.
defense still overall.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Yeah,
yeah.
I wasn't like, yeah, I knew you was capping, bro. Come on, man. Tell me I wasn't like
you're way too.
Oh man.
Like
That's
you're
funny.
hip. You're a hip organic.
Yeah, for sure. No, he usually just trolling. It's all good. That's my
Yeah.
guy. Let's keep pushing, guys. But yeah, Ausar was great. I want to reiterate that. The things
Yes.
that he does defensively. Listen, y'all know me. Y'all know I love the defensive guy more than the offensive guy. If you're giving up more points than you're scoring yourself, I can't get with it. That's the big reason why Kelly Tripucka back in the day, who was a great scorer, bucket, he scored 25 and give up 30. Right? So it's just like, you trying to be defensive team.
Yeah.
Doesn't really work for you. You know what I mean? So just that's why I'm just saying I don't want to downplay what he did defensively. It's just I know what he can be. That's all. And this is all growing pains.
Real quick, just because you went on that whole rant, and this is the comment that started it. I meant no disrespect, dude. It's just an old man who remembers when Rodman would get in trouble for missing free throws.
Yeah, and only thing I'm saying about that, bro, is just they're not the same guy as far as offense. That's all I'm saying. Like they're not the same guy. If Dennis Rodman was a point forward who wasn't looking at the rim, it's a different situation. But he never had the ball in his hands other than the finish, and most of it, like he didn't have plays drawn up for him. It was all just him getting in his own offensive boards and putbacks and stuff like that. So I hear what you're saying. It's just, yeah, like I just need him, since he does have the ball in his hands, to do something with it sometimes. That's all. Because when he's catching the ball, he's looking to give right back. Like it's either DHO or he's catching it, setting the screen, reposition, relocate. Okay, here you go again. Just look for your own. We see Draymond Green sometimes.
It makes
Like
it
Draymond Green when he does the fake handoff and he dives to the rim. Give me some of that.
Yeah.
Give me some of that action. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I'm not mad at you, High Tech. I just want to make sure you knew that I know my history, bro. But yeah, it is what it is. Let's just see. I saw another comment in here too.
Okay, because I don't think we should keep it rolling.
We'll keep going. Okay.
We're only on-
okay.
we're only
All right. Am I going off the rails a little bit with that? Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's a good combo.
You usually reel me back in. So
it's a good combo, but let's keep it moving.
All right,
Guys.
Let's
for a little bit. Now we got to zone back in on this game.
All right. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go to Tobias Harris, boss. Tonight he had 13 points, 6 for 19 overall, 1 of 7 from 3, 6 boards, 3 assists, 1 steal on the block in 40 minutes.
It's just
You go ahead.
such a bummer because it's not a good Tobias game, but he's been doing it all for us. And so it's like, gosh, when he has these bad games, someone else should step up. He should feel that. But I just it just sucks because it's the first time we got to talk about Tobias's shot diet. The first time we got to talk about some of this stuff because in 11 games, 12 games now, 11 games, he played great. And it sucks that this has been his worst game of this playoffs. Yeah. Because he doesn't deserve to go, but we'll keep it game. Like we said, we'll keep it to the game. So tonight, Tobias started cold, very cold. He got most of his points after him and Tyson booped noses.
You want to get to that?
Just real quick, because we'll definitely get to Stu, but Jalen Tyson, guys, is someone that I've been on since the start of the season. I really like him. I think he's a good defender. I like how he's scrappy. I like defense. I like guys that are willing to play physically and not cry to refs, not pretend like, what did I do? Like a Lou Dort, what did I do? Or Grayson Allen, no, I'm a nice boy. But Jalen Tyson, again, I do like him. He's kind of been a playoff faller, though. He hasn't done much that he can do for the Cavs. But anyways, him and Stu got he missed the shot. Stu got the rebound. They got into a jump ball. Fair. I don't know if he just thought the Stu was being too physical, but came back and swung at Stu. First of all, balls. Isaiah Stewart, the man that LeBron ran from, like, I wouldn't. Of everyone in the league, probably the last. Him and maybe like Nas, a couple guys, So Jalen Tyson, he went at him. Stu,
right,
walked away. We can talk more
back
about
to
it now
Tobias.
later. But Tobias got into Tyson's face after that, talking their talk. I was yelling kiss.
I like that. I like that.
Exactly. I loved it. Just your veteran. And I was like, Duncan wants to be in there. He's still trying to redeem himself. But
redeem himself from Charlotte.
Yeah. So he started 0-6. And then after that encounter, they went 5 for 5. He went 5 for 5, which is 10 points. And then he didn't score again until that late 3.
Yeah.
And he played 40 minutes. So Juice and I talked about this in a little bit in the live, which I'll let you get to as well, because we were kind of like, there should be a 2 big, like bringing B-ball Paul, at least with JD or with Stu. And I was like, who would you take out? Because Tobias is reliable, but he just in the third, because nothing in the first, 5 for 5 in the second, nothing in the third, nothing until that big 3 in the fourth.
Yep.
So that was just a bummer because, again, he's been so hot and he had an off game, which we really did need. This is when we needed his, 30-point game. But anyways, just like minutes on the court. I understand why he was out there because he can't be reliable, but his turnaround midi was not working today after the second. A steal and a block I'm fine with. He had 5 fouls. He was the one that was called. They called the foul on him for Harden to go to the line to tie the game, and he was looking at them like, "What are you doing?"
Yep.
And so little things like that, bummed at, but still was attacking the boards. Had some big rebounds late, no turnovers for all that time out there was big. So yeah, just truly just the shots not going in for him because he did take them, but they weren't going in.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I agree. I guess Jalen Tyson didn't learn from Paolo as far as poking the bear.
Yeah, truly.
Because I remember earlier this year when Paolo was talking that before the playoffs, when Paolo was talking smack, saying Tobias was trash, all this, and Tobias got the last laugh. That was I think when this was born, the dial it up. I think that was the first time I saw it was after that because Tobias went off.
That's true.
On that game.
That's true.
Same thing happened tonight, and I said to you, boss, I was like, maybe this will get Tobias going because he was struggling before that happened.
Yeah.
And I was like, guys in the chat, y'all remember if he was in the live, I was like, maybe this will get him going. And he went crazy after that. He thrives off of that. He wants smoke. Like, when you get it, when you push his buttons, he usually responds in kind. So that was great to see from him. Yeah. He had a slow start though. Like he was not that good in the break. He was a pass for Daniss was off. He was bobbling the ball and bad. Daniss still knocked the shot down behind the backboard basically, but he just wasn't great early. His shots weren't falling early. Errant passes in transition. Wasn't getting back defensively. Was letting Mobley get behind him for dunks. Organic. Like, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
So for me, I think sometimes Tobias always gives 100% effort defensively. Always. He's just not a good defender. I think sometimes with him, it kind of gets overlooked because he does give you scoring. Right.
True.
So it's sometimes like because I would venture to say that Tobias has been more consistent scoring the ball than Duncan Robinson this year.
Oh yeah, especially
but I think that's why Duncan Robinson is highlighted more as far as not being a good defender.
Okay,
it's because he doesn't consistently give you the offense, so it's not offset as much. Okay. Tobias gets hunted out, I would say at least as much as Duncan, because he's not a big forward. He's just not as big. Evan Mobley's just bigger than him. But because he brings you that scoring more consistently than a Duncan Robinson, it's easier to highlight. It's easier to see. It stands out. So I just think that's, once again, we said it before, guys, this roster, and we're not looking too far ahead, but we know this roster is not complete yet. And that's okay.
Yeah.
We know that. It wasn't championship or bust for us this year. And it's not me conceding this season either. I'm just saying that it is what it is right now. We still have room for improvement as a defensive team, personnel-wise. We still have room for improvement to have more two-way guys who can truly guard and not get hunted out and not have to have help coming so often and not having to rotate so well and not giving up open threes. There's still ways to go, right? So that's not faulting Tobias Harris. but it is what it is. He, Duncan Robinson, guys in our starting group, they get hunted out. And that's why it's hard for us to string these runs together consistently because we can't get consistent stops because guys are hunting those guys out consistently.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we see our bench, guys who you can't hunt out on our bench, guys who are more equipped to playing our style athletically, can stay in front, can get stops and get turnovers, right? That's why they're often the ones to get us back into the game because they're more equipped to play defense at the level we're trying to get it to.
Right.
So even though our starting group is more talented offensively, based on who we are, our bench is more equipped to play that way. And so even though we have Ausar in our starting group, that's kind of what masks it too sometimes because he's the backbone. He covers up so many mistakes. He's still just one guy.
Agreed.
So for
I think
Tobias Harris, it's tough for him because he's giving you buckets, taking advantage of his mismatches. But on the other end, they're hunting him right back. And that's what makes it hard sometimes, even though he is giving you all he has because he is. So it's just tough.
And I think, I think it's just especially hard that he wasn't able to connect to the basket tonight because
right.
What we've been saying is that he has been able to pick it up in areas where needed. He's been a leading boarder in games, rebounder. He's been a leading assister in games that we needed. And he's been a leading scorer when we need it. And I think it's just more apparent. And I think when the basket's going, just like you said, like with Ausar, like when he's doing so well on defense, you can forgive a little bit of the offense for a bit. Same with Tobias. I think tonight it just didn't equal out in that aspect.
Right.
So.
Yeah. It is what it is at this point. We know what it is. Like he's not doing anything different that he's done all year.
Yes. Which Dom Dom had a question about.
Did I miss one? Did I miss one? My bad.
Here we go.
Sorry if we missed you guys' comments, guys. My fault. Oh, okay. Dom says, I get it. It's the playoffs and things change, but our superpower all year was a deep bench keeping guys fresh. Now guys are dead tired at the end of games playing 40+ minutes. Why change that? Dom, I wish I could tell you, brother. I wish I could tell you. We saw no B-ball Paul tonight. We saw no Ron Holland tonight.
Until the fourth.
Huh?
Until the fourth.
Who?
B-ball Paul.
I'm sorry, not B-ball Paul. My bad. We didn't see any Woo tonight. Is what I meant to say. We saw B-ball Paul in the fourth, like you said, right?
Don't gaslight me. Who was I watching?
I'm tripping. No, I'm tripping. We didn't see no. I haven't said, can you woo in a minute now. But yeah, no Savage Woo, no. That's crazy. No Ron Holland again. So I don't know, Dom. Like you're right, because that's been our strength all year. We've always said, I was kind of afraid of this, that rotation is going to get a little bit shortened. Most teams go to 9, maybe 10 man rotations in the playoffs. And so I was surprised. Like, I don't like seeing Cade playing 48 minutes, bro. Like, you're not going to win with that. Tobias had to play 40. Old, reliable Tobias had to play 40. Daniss played 41. Ausar played 41. Like, I don't understand how Ausar plays 41 and Ron can't get on the court.
Right. Well, I mean, but
that's
Ausar's
crazy to me. I ain't going to lie.
Ausar's defense was nuts.
Just on the strength of getting him some rest, though.
True. Remember, I remember he played 40 minutes and there were people in our lives. Where's Ausar? It's like, guys.
He's in the game, bro. I mean, but that just shows you what they're focusing on. And that's the offense.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That right there, what you just said explains what the focus is for a lot of people. They're not looking at both sides of the ball. But Dom, I agree. I don't understand Ausar playing 41 and Ron not playing any at all against this backcourt.
You guys have known my take for a while if you've been here, because we and Deuce talked about it. We've been kind of back and forth. Like, again, 9 and 10 man rotation is common, but I wanted us to be the 12-man rotation team because of that. Like, and I think we got to see guys like Sass tonight. We saw Huerter for a little bit. Hopefully he's healthier next game and we can see those more. But we should be able to get, like, next game should be to change it up. I think that the Cavs have our starters very well figured out. I think that they feel good against our starters.
And give them credit too.
Them off. Yeah, of course.
Give them credit too. Like, I don't want to just sit up here and be like, well, we only lost. The Cavs have figured some things out. Yeah. Their defense the last 2 games has been a lot better. I got to give them credit. Their defense has been a lot of the things we've been able to go to, I'm seeing them taken away. And now we got to do it. Now there's another swing. And now we got to reset because they're playing good defense, especially in the half court. So I want to give them credit for that.
I do want to say,
go ahead.
Real quick, because I'm just looking at the Cavs. the Cavs bench production was basically Strus with 20 points. Dennis Schroeder had 5 and Sam Merrill had 6. Jalen Tyson played for 3 minutes, those 3 minutes that he was in with Stu, and didn't play again. So technically, because I don't count anything below 5 as part of the rotation, technically they only had an 8-man rotation and we had a 10.
Wow.
And our bench matched their output, but it was a little bit more spread out. So I guess I'll say 9-man because Kevin Huerter only played 3 minutes, so I got goals. But you would, again, their starters are playing as many minutes as well. I mean, Cade played 5 minutes more than their next starter, which that can't happen. And it's considering overtime too, but that's still. Because it's not like, again, we talked about what the rotation would be if the 3 guys who were on the list were out today, but it was just Duncan Robinson.
Right.
That was it. And it felt like we were trying new things around one guy being out. But also we were trying new things because it was a game 5 that was important and we didn't come away with it. So the next time I want to see more Wu and Ron, especially defense. And just because Wu hasn't gotten going yet doesn't mean he can't. Same with Ron. So, and offensively, I should say.
Right. Yeah, like those are 2 of the guys who help us get to what we want to get to more than most players on this team, as far as just creating stops and getting out and running. That's their bread and butter. That's their bread and butter. So it is a little puzzling. And it's not going to be perfect. We're not going to be happy 100% with the rotations after any game anyway. It's always going to be like, we could have did this or that. It's just surprising to not see the 2 guys who are like, who to a T, really just embody who we are, not get any play at all. That's tough. He played great defense.
So good question, Dom. I'm just getting to some comments that are also.
But I agree, Dom. I don't know why we're not utilizing that depth a little bit more. It's nice to see guys like Caris LeVert start to play better, but at the expense of both of those guys not playing at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's So I don't know about that one. So, but hopefully we see them more for sure. So, boss, that's all I got on Uncle T, man. He was Uncle T. The good and the bad that come with it is what he gave us tonight, and that's okay. We shouldn't expect anything more than what he's given us already.
Absolutely.
So, it is what it is at this point. So
yeah.
All right, boss, we'll leave it there on him. Guys, let's go to Jalen Duren. Tonight, guys, Jalen Duren this game finished with 9 points, 3 of 5 shooting overall, 3 of 4 from the line, 5 boards, 4 assists, 1 steal, 25 minutes.
The best thing on here is 25 minutes, and it's still not good enough. It should be lower. I thought that JD was going to be my biggest rant, but I have no more words. I said them all last time. And then we saw JD go in front of the cameras and say, I know I got to do better. They played it. They played how they got to protect the crib. They played it on the Jumbotron for the game today, him saying that.
I think he said it again tonight too, post-game.
You didn't do it. I had no notes for him. When I noticed that, I wrote down, okay, I guess I'll talk about how he attacked Mobley after Mobley dunked on him later in the game. He finally attacked the rim and dunked, but
that was it. It came and went like the wind.
He had nothing, did nothing. Exactly. He did nothing in the first rotation. He went out. Stu came out. Great. JD came back in. 3-second violation. Turnover.
Yeah.
Foul.
Yeah.
4 assists. Those came early, and I remember us giving him that, and then nothing. Nothing.
Right.
Basically, JB gave him the first half to prove himself. It should have been less. But he basically gave him the first half.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was saying. Quick hook. If it ain't there, remember? I was saying
game. Quick hook. It should have been quicker.
I agree.
Again, we talked about at the top. Like I give when JD talks, I want what he's done for us this regular season. I want him to go out and show us that he means it, that he can snap out of it, that he's good, like that he's in it. And I was hoping for that this game. He was in too long. He came back in. Stu was out there, for only 11 minutes today. Immediate impact, immediately energy shift.
Mm-hmm.
Duren checks in for him. We all said that B-Ball Paul should come in for him. I don't care if you rotate all 3 of them together. But, oh my God. Sorry, my dog. Shut your face. But scared me. He's like right behind me. But anyways,
the deep voice killed me. That's hilarious. Go ahead.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, he came in and immediately killed momentum. He didn't move. They went on run. You said, and I'll let you get into it more, but you said it's like, okay, they went on this run and now he's coming back on the court. Let's see if they can sustain it before half. They didn't. And you could be like, well, it's not all like Cade had some turnovers. Like Cade made some bad shots. Like, yeah, but that was like, but there's it just when he was out there, he would check in and the energy was gone. It was gone. Transition basketball was gone. It was awful. And thank God we had B-Ball Paul to come in the fourth. I guess he did play a little bit in the third because, yeah, I keep thinking B-Ball Paul came in the half because of his impact. But no, guys, he came in the top of the fourth. So he did play a little bit in the third.
Yeah.
Still nothing. When I saw, and B-Ball, thank God, played the whole fourth and the overtime for us.
Yes.
But
yes.
JB did check. He checked in JD at one point late for those last Harden free throws, I believe. And I was just like, what are you doing? And it was for rebounds, but still, I would honestly, I would even
he was
go
triggered by that point, bro.
I would even go, Tolu, come here, come get this board. Don't reward that man with more time on the court. Absolutely not. Because you know what he would do is probably foul with an over and back if that was the case, if he had to go get a loose ball.
Tolu would have gave some good minutes, I think, low key.
Yeah. But
because he's hungry. Like he's always go ahead.
Yeah, but it's just he doesn't deserve a starting. We are trying to not face elimination out. He doesn't deserve the starting role. It should go to B-Ball. And Stewart should come off the bench.
I agree.
B-Ball wants it. He's ready for it. He does everything better out there. He immediately assists, rebound, points. He beat JB in both categories of points and rebounds again. He played only 8 less minutes this time, but he even had 2 blocks.
Yeah.
3 of 5 shooting.
I know. I saw that too.
I
saw that. I was going to comment on that.
And like he made 9 of his points were from 3 of them were from free throws. 2.
He only took 4 free throws, bro. That to me is the biggest thing.
But he took 3, which means that he only got 6 points besides free throws.
Yeah.
Let me just look at what their bigs got.
Well,
Allen had 16 and Mobley had 19.
Yep.
Oh. And Allen had a double-double.
Yep. And they both took 10 plus shots.
And again, guys, if you want to hear me go in on JD, I already did. And today is just I did it last post game. Tonight it's just disappointment. Last time it was anger, and now it's just disappointment because you came out, you talked to the press, you're out there. I know it's my fault. I got to get better, and then you just play worse. I mean, barely. He was 8-2 last game, so he's 9-5 this game.
Yeah, but these double singles, Charles Rucker always says triple singles. These double singles are killing me. 9 points, 5 boards, 8 points, 2 boards. To me, that just screams. It's just a lack of aggression to me.
Yeah,
it's just a lack of aggression.
Exactly.
I don't at this point. Yeah, I'm like you. I'm just really disappointed because we're 12, 13 games into the playoffs now. We still haven't seen a game of what we saw in the regular season.
Just
to
a
the level of
rebound game, but nothing like for the points that his level of points is average, but 15
and not
rebound game. That's it.
Just the impact. Like I always say, the impact on the floor just wasn't there. It immediately switched when you said when B-Ball Paul came into the game, the whole complexity of the game just changed on both sides, defensively, offensively. Oh man, like I really don't know. I really don't know what's going on with JD right now. I mean, I really don't understand. It was mental errors last time, not looking for the ball and the roll, like just
yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. I'm really at a loss for words.
Yeah.
It's like he's not locked into the game. It just feels like he's not locked into the game. We saw the flashes where he would just bully Evan Mobley on a spin move and dunk, got Mobley falling over, and then he's gone again.
And he waited till the third quarter to do it.
And
after a Mobley dunk. It's like
Zion, I think this is
me too.
I have a little rant here, but this is what I think is going on. The Pistons this season, guys, have played so hard for Coach Bickerstaff. They believe in him.
Well, that's like I'm gonna get to.
Well, let me just finish.
I'm just throwing up a comment that relates to this so you can prove I'm wrong. Okay.
These boys don't like JB when I don't understand why they I don't think they don't like him. I think that's the last thing that's going on.
Yeah, it's not at all.
Back to what I was saying.
Yeah.
What I think is happening is I think the Pistons won 60 games this year because they just play hard. They just play hard. I think some teams are gearing up for the playoffs because they've been through the rodeo of the regular season and they feel they don't have to have home court advantage to advance. And the Pistons are like, let's go win every game. But I think they're doing that is because they do trust their coach. They want to play for their coach because he's a player's coach. He knows how to motivate them. He's not going to throw them under the bus. That kind of stuff motivates you to want to play hard for your coach, despite not having all the personnel to play the way you want to play. That's why we're a top defensive team, and 2 of our 5 starters are not good defenders.
Yeah.
It's just because we play hard on every single. They want to play for him. But the problem is, and I think part of that is because of the belief that he has in these guys. Like, they're connected. When you got that connectivity, it makes you want to play hard for that guy, right? But the problem is when one of your guys is struggling, see, you can do it in the regular season. You can go through stretches of the regular season, 5-10 games where you're not playing well. You can work your way through that storm because you're not going to be eliminated from – you're not going to be going home if you play subpar for 10 games. You can't do that in the playoffs. You get 4 losses per series and you're done. It's a little bit different in the playoffs. But I think JB at this point doesn't want to undo all of the trust, all of the motivation, all of the unity he's built up in these guys,
right?
Which has allowed them to play so well by benching him now.
Right.
But the problem is if you continue to do that and rely on it and you keep losing, you're done. So that's why I was saying, if you're up 2-0 and let them work through it, cool.
Exactly.
If you're up 2-1, want to let them work through it, cool. Up 2-2, let them work through it, cool. Once you get to this point where your back is against the wall and there are no chances, you got to go get dubs however you can get them, which is why we didn't see him return. Because JB realized, I can't keep doing. I tried to give him rope. I tried to let him work through it. But now we're 1 loss away. We're close to being 1 loss away now from not even having another game. He knew it. He knew he could do that for so long. He could give him that trust and that rope and that bond that they had over here. He knew he could only do it for so long. And now it's like, bro, if your confidence is shot because I got to sit you, I'm sorry. But we got to win games. And Paul Reed right now is helping us win games. That's what I saw in that second half when he decided to run with Paul Reed the rest of the game. Because think about it. Games when they were up 2-1, when they were up 2-0, JD was coming back into the game at the end of the game because they had room for that. They ain't got room for that no more. Which is why we saw Paul Reed stay in the game. That's the only option now. We got to get dubs. So that's what I think is going on. I think from this point forward, we're going to see JB do what he has to do to help this team get dubs, period. That's going to come first.
It has to. And again, I agree with you completely. So that's just kind of where I'm at. And that's exactly our reasoning too, what we talked about earlier. Like, yeah, give your guy a chance. He was on a shorter leash tonight, only playing 25 minutes, but he needs to be on an even shorter. I want Paul to start, but I wouldn't be surprised if they keep it consistent. They give JD another 3 to 4 minutes to do something.
Right.
But if he doesn't, he's got to be gone for the game. He's got to be benched because maybe that will motivate him. Maybe that will motivate him a little bit more. At least show him, like, because right now he's out there hurting his team, but he's still going out there.
Right.
So I think he's aware of that he's hurting his team, but he's still being played. So
yeah.
I don't know.
And at this point, you just have very little room for error at this point. It has to come down to winning and whatever that looks like. So whatever casualties come from that, you got to just live with it if you want to keep playing. Because there's no guarantee JD, I hope he does. There's no guarantee he's going to break out of whatever he's going through. So if you just ride that into the ground, you could be going home, waiting for him to break out of it, trying to keep that confidence. But if you lose games, you're going home. It don't even matter anymore. So now it's like, and I'm sure JD can see it too. I'm sure JD can see what's going on as far as how Paul Reed looks. He can see.
Right.
And that's not even trying to take a shot at JD because, like I said, I was the lone guy saying before the season started that he was going to be an all-star, and he was. So
Great.
I'm not trying to take a shot at him. That's still I'm still riding with JD long term. Period. He's having a bad stretch. I still have confidence in him fully.
Of course.
But right now you got to get wins, bro.
It's just we keep saying every game, we're like, I think JD turns it on this game, and then it's embarrassing because we believe in him because we know he can do it.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a super chat real quick. I don't want to talk about it too long. To be honest, it's a great postseason discussion. Should we pay JD the max? I don't think so.
Well, I'll put it to you this way. Earlier this season, he could have been signed to an extension.
Yeah.
He did not like the number. That number probably was not the max. And at that point, he was playing much better than he is right now.
Mm-hmm.
So based on that information, I don't think they're going to look to do that.
Look, and Trajan.
That's just my take.
Trajan didn't extend. Ivy was also up for one. He didn't extend either of those guys. Wanted to wait and see what happened. A lot of people, there's criticism of that. They're like, you're going to lose your best player in JD. Like you're going to lose them next year. We're going to have to pay even more next year when he does so well and makes the All-Star game and stuff. So I give props to Trajan because he didn't overpay a guy. He's making them prove it to him. And I think JD did a fabulous job of proving his worth in the regular season, but it has not come in the postseason. And I do think that has harmed him. Mm-hmm. I do think he stays with this team, guys. I want him to stay with this team. I'm not trading JD. He's 22. I think, whatever this is, I'm not giving up on him. But I don't think he's max worthy. I don't know anything about contracts, money, terms. I don't know any of that stuff. But I don't foresee him getting the max. And I think there's valid reasons why that he can't argue with either. So, and
honestly, though, guys, if we're being fair, man, how many 22-year-old young players get max contracts, get max extensions? He's still 22. It's just that he's so young. If he's been around, this is what, year 3 or 4 for him now. So it just feels like he's a lot further along age-wise than he really is. But how many 22-year-old players have you guys seen get max extensions? Mm-hmm. It just don't happen a lot. He still has a ways to go as far as just growing as a player. I think if not now, his next contract, 26, 27 years old, I think that's when the max contract would come if it doesn't now. Yeah. He's still got a long way to go, but most players this young don't get that.
Yeah. We got another from Fit with JT. Good question. That's another one to talk about at another time. Fit with JT, the playoffs are a different beast. No adjustment.
As
I think just talking about actually, I don't know what you're talking about here. The players are a different beast. Is this in support of JD saying they're a different beast? He's going to do better, or is this just saying
maybe he's saying that he's not making? Yeah, is this as far as coach? Is this as far as JD? Because I'm not really sure where he's going with that either.
Yeah,
let us know.
No adjustment to the contract. No, you said you didn't believe it, that he should get a max contract too. So, but yeah, I'm just curious.
I do think he's.
You don't have to pay either. I'll look for your comment.
Yeah. I do think he's struggling though, adjusting to adjustments made to him. I think that's something that JD is struggling. We talked about this, boss. Real quick, we'll move on. Regular season teams, you could play them once and then not see them again until the following calendar year. You know what I mean? Like you're not playing the same team over and over and over again. So the game plan on you is not going to be as extensive as it would be in the playoffs when they're seeing you over and over and over again. They make adjustments. They find your weakness. They find your weak points and they attack those.
That's what Chris thinks is going on.
He didn't see these adjustments in the regular season. It was team. But now you got to make adjustments. And I think now he's just struggling adjusting to their adjustments to him.
And I agree. Like, again, he's not plays aren't being ran for JD, Chris, but that doesn't explain the lack of rebounding, the lack of defense, the lack of effort. It doesn't explain that.
I agree. That's fair.
That would be if he's not getting lobs from Cade, but he's still not rebounding.
Which he's not.
He goes behind Allen. He just stands behind him.
Yeah. And if it's the case where it's like he's not getting plays ran for him, that's a problem too. Because you shouldn't need to get motivated. I'm not saying this is what's going on, but if it is, you shouldn't need to have plays ran for you to get you going defensively. You shouldn't need that. You should come out looking to be a defensive dog, period.
Yeah.
Period. be a defensive anchor, period.
Mhm.
Despite your touches, despite your shot attempts, he could still average a double-double in the playoffs just off of his effort, just off of being big in the paint and out-muscling those two wiry twigs and Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley. Just off that alone, without having a play drawn up for him, he should still average a double-double in this series. Just off that. Offensive boards, putbacks, offensive board, or fighting for position. Gotta stay right here because y'all fouled him. Y'all can't keep him out of the paint. Just off of that alone, he should still be averaging a double-double, in my opinion. So I don't want to I don't even want to hear about he should have plays drawn up. Maybe, but for him to be impactful in this series, he ain't got to do all that. We don't need all that from him. Just be big. Just dominate.
I agree with you, Chris. I agree with you. But it's like, but maybe for a couple, and then you make your adjustment that you can't get like that teams are cutting you off on offense. Then in 12 playoff games, you make the adjustment to say, well, if I can't get the ball on offense, I'm going to make sure they can't get it on defense. But no, he just lollygags out there.
Yeah. So we're going to leave it there. We're not trying to go at any of these guys. But we're just calling how we see it, man. Y'all know we don't.
I'm seeing a lot of Austin Reeves. Stop it. That's a flopper.
I'm moving on. He don't play defense either. That doesn't make any sense. Two-way guys. We need two-way guys on this team.
Yeah.
Two-way guys, period.
I'll shout you out if it's a good one.
Oh, man. All right, guys. Let's keep pushing, man. But yeah, JD. So, I saw was it a question that I had in here? Let me see. Let me just check real quick. Let's see. Okay, so I got that one. Do you think JD sees the court in Game 6? Does he still start? That's a great question.
That's what I think he either starts and then they give him 3 to 4 minutes, and if he doesn't do anything, pull him. Or if he makes maybe not 3 to 4, maybe 5, 6. I'll give him the first rotation starting and then done. But I also would be fine without him starting.
If I want to say yes, because I said yes this game. Remember, I was saying yes this game, boss.
You
right?
did.
And I was like, yeah, I would still give him a chance. Try to you're back at home. He said what he said. He understands he's the elephant in the room, all this stuff. Give him a chance. Give him a chance. But once again, we're at that point now where you can't afford to lose any more games. So taking the names out of it, just watching the game for how I saw it. Taking away the fact that it's Jalen Duren or Paul Reed. Just if it was a silhouette, if I'm watching silhouettes out there playing of the big men.
True.
I'm looking at the guy who was Paul Reed and I'm playing that guy.
That's true.
Just based no bias. Just no bias. Just based on what I saw. It's got to be Paul Reed. Because I'm a big proponent, as you guys know, hit first. Set the tone early of how this game is going to be played. Early. And in the Game 6 on the road, where you're trying to take their crowd out of it and establish tempo and pace and how you want to play, I got to go with the guys who are going to do that. For me, it's Paul Reed, boss. At this point right now, I'm not saying long term. I'm just saying right now today, based on what I've seen in these playoffs, we've had a big enough sample size. I got to go with the guy who's producing and who's going to help me get out to a good start. I'm not playing Paul Reed as an emergency situation. As a guy who can help you out in emergencies, who can change the flow of the game. I want that guy starting. I don't want to wait. I want to be proactive, not reactive. I want to jump on them early. So to me, it's got to be that's what I would do. I would start Paul Reed.
Agreed. He's done great as a starter.
It pains me to say that because I've been on a JD train since he got here.
Yeah.
But just based on what I'm seeing right now, and because we can't afford to have any more errors, we just can't afford it. We got to go with Paul. He's proven it. He's showing it. So we'll get to Paul Reed more. But to answer your question, I would start Paul Reed.
Yeah.
That's just me.
All right. Yeah.
All right, man. Let's keep moving, guys. Okay. Oh man.
Thanks for being here.
I'm gonna get a headache all over again now. All right, boss. Let's go to some reserves, man. If I miss anything in the chat, let me know. I apologize if I do, guys. But let's just keep pushing. Boss, let's go to let's just hit him now. Let's just go straight to him now. Paul Reed, right? In this game, guys, Paul Reed finished with 10 points on 4-7 shooting, 2 of 2 from the line, 8 boards, 1 assist, 1 turnover, and 2 blocks in 17 minutes. First time in a long time where I can say he has recorded more minutes than points. as if that's a big deal.
Wow.
But-
Yeah.
but that's crazy, right? Last 2 games, 11 points, 10 minutes, 15 points, 14 minutes. Tonight he had 10 points, 17. So that's a silly stat, the fact that you're saying that. But boss, you take off. What'd you see from B-Ball Paul in this game?
He had his 1 turnover early. He got it out of the way. But he's allowed. I mean, B-Ball Paul, JB was, I think we talked about it last post game, but he was kind of asked about his minutes. And he said that Stu comes in to, be our backup guy, but B-Ball Paul helps flip the game tone. And he did in the 4th. But it's like not even at half, like what we could have done. He just gets around. He challenges Mobley. We saw it last game at the dunk. You don't know what he's going to do. You don't know if he's going to drive it to dunk it, if he's going to pull it for a 3, if he's going to pass it, if he's just going to pull it for the mid-range. Like, you don't know. And that's not something you can say about JD. And obviously, and this is offense I'm talking about, because JD, we just talked about how he's not giving us the offense we need, but B-Ball Paul's finding his in whatever way necessary. Again, he came in and had an assist and rebound right away. Had a hook shot over Mobley.
Yeah.
Slam.
Left hand, too.
A slam.
Butter.
Yes.
Left hand hook, butter.
Yes.
Hand in his face, butter. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Slam
Extra
on a
butter.
Cade missed the 3, and B-Ball Paul ran from the top of the key.
Yeah.
He moved faster than I've seen JD move all playoffs. It was just nuts. He blocked Harden at the rim.
Yeah.
And then he got the rebound.
Right. Just
He blocked
everywhere.
Harden, and then they pulled up for a second chance, and he got the board. That's how fast he recovered.
Yep.
So, like, you
Just
can't.
everywhere.
And I'm telling you guys, no, there was no lobs from Cade to Jay. I was like, well, Duren needs offenses created for him.
That's true. No, that's very true. That's valid. That's valid. You know why? Because he doesn't need that.
Right. They're different players. He doesn't need it. He likes to create his own. He likes to challenge. So it's not needed. But this is a guy who watched 3/4 of this game being like, I can do better than that, I'm sure. And then went out and did it. He walks the talk, which JD has yet to do. And B-Ball Paul's not in front of the media saying, I got to do better.
Yeah. He actually just said,
does it?
He actually just said, if I'm in a game, I don't even need plays drawn up. I go get some offensive rebounds. He just said that like 2 games ago.
8 boards.
He's going to find a way to be impactful.
He was our lead rebounder.
Yeah.
In 1 quarter.
Right.
1 quarter, and in overtime, but 1 quarter. JD had 5 in a game.
Yeah.
Like, man, and it's just 2 blocks, 10 points. 4 of 7 is even like ugly for him lately.
Yeah.
He made his free throws. His boards were split, guys. 4 defensive, 4 offensive. I love that so much. I just worry a little bit about the 3 fouls, only because if he were to get more minutes, but at the same time, like, whatever, you're playing aggressively, the whistle's not going to go our way regardless. So I mean, I have nothing to say, but again, I still think that they're going to start JD on Friday, give him a few minutes, but you better have B-Ball Paul in there earlier. Stu did a great job too, and we'll get to him. He played less minutes, but like, B-Ball, man, just the spacing, the off-ball movement, the screens, the fighting for the loose balls, the tipping, the rebounds, the effort, energy, urgency. Always. And it's not, and he does. I feel like if he made a mistake, he would be benched faster than JD. If he made a mistake in a game, late in the game, they'd be like, you know what, never mind, Stu, go in for him.
Yeah.
And again, part of me just wants to be like, wishful thinking is that JB kept him for the 4th so that the Cavs can't figure him out and he can use him all game next game. But I don't.
By the way, let's get these super chats real quick. Dom says, have a good night, my good people, as I just got called for a foul on Harden because I typed too fast.
Oh, man.
Anything over 60 words per minute, bro. Tech.
Yeah. That's funny,
That's
Dom.
funny. Appreciate you, bro, as always.
Good
man.
night,
You my
Dom.
guy.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Get some rest, bro. Get some rest, man. I'll see you on Friday, bro. DMG says, one reference from Ohio. Shout out to Savvy Sliders. Shout out to Savvy Sliders, man. They gave Paul Reed that Paul Reed meal. I need that shimmy meal back too. when that shimmy meal back. But shout out to Paul Reed for that for sure. Shout out to you, DMG. Boss, I don't know where to start, man.
Hop into it. Go in.
What, huh?
Just go off.
What didn't he do in this game? For all my Five Heartbeats fan, when Big Red said, "What do you guys don't do?" That's how I felt. Like, what do you don't do, Paul Reed? What do you don't do? What can't you do, bro? Games 3 and 4. This is what's frustrating for me, and if it is for me, no, it's got to be for him. Games 3 and 4, he didn't play until the third quarter. Third quarter, right? In both times, in both games, when he entered, he was a difference maker right away. And tonight he gets rewarded for that by not coming into the fourth quarter.
So weird.
I don't understand. I'm tired of saying I don't understand. I said this 2 games ago. I don't get it.
We said it in the Magic series.
In the Magic series, I just don't get it. I don't like what more does he have to do? I want to be fair. I want to give JB credit for making that tough decision. Because he could have, like he did in game 3, a game we should have won. He could have went back to JD late in this game, like he did in game 3 when that game got away. Because game 3 was a game we should have got.
Right.
That looms large now because it's now 3-2. And it's in their favor, right? Instead of our favor. But so I'm giving him credit for that. He didn't let JD finish the game. Right. He learned from his mistake in game 3 and he went to Paul Reed, but you gotta play him earlier.
Yes.
You can't wait. You can't wait until you're down to go to a guy to bring you out of it. Set the tone early and put the game away so they can't get back into it. He's been the best center by far. For sure. Just consistently. Probably in the playoffs. You could say Stu, but Stu was hurt. Stu had that 8-block, 17-minute game. So, you know, but overall, I think because he's been available and he's been consistent, B-ball, he's been the best center in the playoffs. In the playoffs, bro. So you hit on a lot of it, boy. Everything he was doing, I'm expecting, like, it gets to a point where I'm expecting him to make a mistake because he's done everything else right. It's like at some point he's not going to play a perfect game. Right. So, but everything he did was just sound. Everything he did was sound. He's very polished on both sides. Like his rotations were great. Attacking the glass like crazy. Protecting the paint like crazy. Meeting Evan Mobley on a short roll. He's right there.
Yes.
He's right there.
Closed out on some Donovan or Harden threes, maybe Strus, whoever it was. He closed out minutes.
The block on James Harden. The recovery block on James Harden where he let him get by him because he knew he could recover and block it from behind.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. And then you mentioned got back in position right after that to get the defensive rebound. Like he's everywhere. He's doing everything. He was doing everything, bro. Whoever he was defending didn't score. Whoever he was guarding did not score. He even had a great contest on Donovan Mitchell at the rim. That missed.
Yeah.
Making everything difficult for everybody. Huge board late in the fourth quarter that led to that Tobias Harris 3-ball.
Yep.
Just doing everything.
Big offensive board, yep.
You can't ignore that. You cannot ignore that, bro. Like, yes, every loose ball, he's like, those 50-50 balls, for him is like 70-30. Because he's going to get 70% of those 50-50 balls, bro. He's going to get it. He's going to come up with it. So, like we said, just based on what we saw, period. There's no way you're waiting to the fourth quarter to play a guy who's played well every single game.
Yes.
He's got to play. And I hate to say it, but I think he's got to start.
I agree.
Like I said, I have a lot of confidence in JD in the future. He's still young. He's young. He's got a long way to go. Not about his potential. It's about right now who's more ready for the moment.
Right.
And right now, Paul Reed is more ready for the moment. He's a veteran. He should be more ready for the moment.
Yeah.
He's played on other teams. He played with Philly. He's got experience. He's been
he's a vet, but I think he's only like 25.
I'm like talking about NBA time. Like he's just been around longer. He's been around longer. He's seen more. He's played with guys on, playoff teams in the past. Right. So that's all I'm saying. And it's not even like it's an indictment on JD. He's playing better than you, bro, right now. That's all it is. He's playing better than you right now. So I don't think even JD should look at this as an indictment. As, man, they ain't playing me for real. Like, no, he shouldn't even look at it like that. He should be able to see for himself what's happening and be like, yeah, coach, he should, yeah. He's not going to do that, but I'm saying, like, because he wants to play. but he should understand if that were to happen, why it's happening.
Right.
Yeah, you get it. You get it. Yeah. What do you guys don't do? But yeah, he's still 3 or 4 years away from his prime. That's what this is about. This is about right now. Right now, Paul Reed is more impactful. Right
Agreed.
now, Paul Reed is more effective. Came in ice cold and still it didn't matter. It didn't matter. Lefty, pretty, butter, didn't touch the rim. So it's a no-brainer for me. If you're trying to win this series, you got to give that man more time. Because when he was in there, the lead was getting cut more and more and more and more and more into the deficit, into the lead.
You played him the whole fourth and overtime, which tells me that you didn't trust JD back on the court. So take that feeling.
Right.
Don't forget it.
Right. Take it into game 6.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Great game from Paul Reed. Again. So that's all I got. That's all I got. We're not going to linger. We got more guys to get to, boss. But I have my eye on even more adjustments for game 6. That's going to be very telling for us for a lot with what happens. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right, guys. We're going to do as many comments as we can, man. We're trying to be here for 4 hours. Let's keep pushing, boss. It's already 1:30. Y'all still here with us. We appreciate y'all. All 145 of y'all still here, which is crazy. So we're going to continue to push this thing along, boss. Let's go now, guys, to Kevin Huerter. Didn't play a lot in this game, boss, in his return. Okay. Kevin Huerter he had 1 assist, and that's it in 3 minutes. Yeah. What'd you see it's below the 5 minutes threshold, so it's hard to really say. But what'd you say for him? What'd you see from this game?
He had an assist. I think his assist was the Cade 3 or the Jenkins 3 to open the scoring. I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
So right away made an impact there, but it was pretty obvious that he was a little bit lost out there. There were a couple of times that like 2 possessions in a row, the 3-point shooters were left open because of guys were lost and confused on who they were guarding. And I kind of thought that when he came out, they might just be like, you know what, like, let's try again next time, because you can't have that. The Cavs scored on both of those possessions, and that's a team thing. But if you're just forgetting, mixed up a couple rotations, him and Jenkins as well. But it tells me that I think that Jenkins and AT were in the right spots, and just Huerter was a little bit lost or misread it. So I mean, I think someone asked in the live too, are we going to see him again? And you thought possibly. I didn't think so.
You were right. You called it.
I just thought there's just no need out there. They still need to catch up, maybe a little bit too soon to bring him back. But I'm just happy that he's healthy again. He can still be a factor in this series for sure. Just go back to the playbook, watch the film, do all that. So
I think that's why, Chris.
Yeah.
The acclimation process for him is tough right now because of where we are in this series.
Right.
That's what I think. I think it's just the fact that – go ahead. You finish up.
Yeah. And just, again, he just didn't read the plays right. He didn't go to the right spot. It just wasn't. But also, it's a little different because I don't know who he came in for, because maybe he was confused with Jenkins at the 2.
That's possible.
Because Jenkins was out there with him.
Yeah, but even aside from that, he was gambling on some plays where he didn't need to be gambling.
Yeah, he did that one when he gambled and got open. Then he came back and Jenkins did a good rotation. Gamble. Yes, exactly. So
that was on him.
I appreciate his aggressiveness. I want that. I'm excited for it. But I think it was the right call to just be like, this isn't it.
Cool. He just got back. He placed his game 3 to Magic series. So it's like, we get it. But like you said, it's good that he's healthy. He did look healthy to me. He didn't look injured to me.
Yeah, you guys are saying he's still injured.
I didn't see that. He had some bounce. He played good defense on James Harden.
No reason to rush back.
Right. That was the biggest difference for me. So he still has to, get his rotations, and it was miscommunication. They haven't played a lot together. But I did like his on-ball defense. Mm-hmm. James Harden was testing the waters. Twing, right? Nothing was there. Kevin Huerter wasn't biting. He stayed in front, forced him to a tough contested 3 without fouling. Tobias, by the way. So I like what I saw defensively. I think that's the biggest difference between him and a guy like Duncan Robinson, is that he can just guard. He can just guard. You can't hunt him out. Harden is going to have a hard time with Kevin Huerter because he's long enough, he's strong enough, and he knows how to move his feet and defend without fouling. So I was hoping to see more of him, but I understand, like you said, why Coach didn't this game in his first game back. Yeah. Didn't know how it's going to look second half. Just a timing thing. And so I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. All right, let's keep pushing, guys. Let's go to Let's go to Caris LeVert, Boston. We got a few more guys, and then we'll call it a night. Caris LeVert, guys, in this game finished with 7 points on 2 of 7 shooting, all 3 from 3, 3 from the line, 1 board, 1 assist, and 2 stocks in 24 minutes. Okay, so Caris LeVert's minutes has really picked up. I think last game he played 29, and tonight he played 24. So I think that is maybe the most minutes he's played in back-to-back games all year.
I agree.
But it's understandable because he played great last game. But
yeah,
what did you see from Caris in this game?
Look, I'm kind of surprised by the 2 for 7. It felt like he was a little bit more efficient than that. Maybe we're just used to him, not used to seeing that already. Yeah. But in the second, he was finding his shots. He had a big and one near the end of the second. It looked good. So he got all of his points in the second quarter, basically. And stealing a block is huge. He dove on the court a few times. No turnovers, which was, guys, he was the backup for Cade tonight since Daniss was starting. So no turnovers is big.
Right. That's true. Very true.
So, yeah. I want more from
Ain't
him.
got much.
I'm not mad at it. We just saw an amazing performance from him. I'm trying not to let that cloud my judgment either here, but in 24 minutes, like, you know, if a couple more of those shots went in, assist more, but they were moving the ball pretty well. He played great defense. He had 4 fouls, okay, but it's because that push off was that on. Well, maybe it was. I think Harden pushed off Jenkins, not Caris, but Caris like ran
pushed
and
off everybody.
And
felt like
oh my
in
god,
this game.
But I like what I saw from Caris. I would say just because we know he can just either put a couple more points on the board or get some more assists as our backup point guard. Otherwise, fantastic stocks, good minutes. Again, the 2 of 7 kind of surprises me. I think I would 2 of 5 might not, but 2 of 7 does. But
yeah,
where I'm at with him, I think he's been big in this series so far, and I expect him to get similar minutes next game, or a little bit cut back to see Ron and Wu too. But
that's what I'm at. Like I think it would have been unrealistic to expect Caris to give us what he gave us last game for the rest of the series.
Right.
He had a great game. He had the best game of his season.
Yeah.
Last game. He would have got the belt if we won last game. That's how good he played. He tried, but it wasn't quite the same. He wasn't able to replicate it tonight, you know, as far as just shooting the ball. His defense is always going to be there, and it was there again. Defending Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell struggled tonight, guys. He didn't, and that's what's kind of unsettling, is because the last 2 games, he went crazy, 35 and 39, and they won. Tonight, not so much. He had 21 on terrible shooting, and they still won. That's concerning because now they're beating you in multiple ways. That's the concerning part. Good teams do that. I don't think they're that good to be doing that to us. But with Caris, I thought he played good defense on D-Mitch. He forced him into a lot of tough shots. He knows his game. He's played with him, like we said before, in Cleveland with JB. They were all there at the same time before. But I thought he played good defense. He played really good post defense on Evan Mobley in one play where he couldn't even get 2 feet in the paint against Caris LeVert. Took a terrible shot. So that was nice to see. The post defense was good. That he got to the mini game a little bit, but we shouldn't expect him. If we're expecting him to do what he did last game for the rest of the playoffs or the series, we're not going to win the series.
Agreed.
We don't need Caris LeVert putting up 20 balls. We're not going to win that way. We shouldn't be trying to win that way. It's like asking Tobias Harris to average 35 or 25 in a game. It's just not what you should expect. It's too much for that guy at this point in their career. So for me, I would like to see some of those minutes cut back. I think he can still give you some good things defensively, but I also think you got to play Ron Holland. You got to play Javonte Green. You got to give these guys different looks defensively. You can't allow them to get comfortable with the same guy guarding them. I
agree.
You can't. You have to. That's why you have him on the bench. The same way we're not seeing Wu play for JD. I'm sorry, B-Ball Paul not playing for JD. I'm like, where's Ron for Ausar?
Fair.
You know? Especially like B-Ball Paul when Ron has played well, when he has played. So I think that's an adjustment. Nothing against Caris LeVert because he's given us solid minutes. Great minutes last game. But 24 minutes, I think, tonight from him. And none for Ron. And none for Wu.
Yeah.
That's like 41 for us. So you got 24 for Ausar. You got 41 for Ausar. 24 for Caris LeVert and none for Ron and Wu, I don't think that's a winning recipe.
Yeah.
I just don't. Especially with the way we want to play. We gotta those guys. Me and King were arguing about should we play Javonte Green or should we play Ron Holland? And neither one of them are playing right now.
That's so true.
That's wild. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And Ron's played 78 games this year, I believe. Eric was saying, and Wu played every game this year. So two of our guys who played more minutes than 90% of our roster, more game, 90% of the roster, is getting DNPs in the playoffs. Make it make sense.
Yeah.
I can't. So as far as Caris LeVert, he was solid, but 24 minutes for him is too much. It's too much. So
I just think he was started off. He was hitting his shots early and they kind of faded. I think he was a solid choice coming off of a game and then starting hot to keep him in for that offensive playmaking. But now I think, going into the next game, you can be like, okay, like we hope you didn't cool down. Like we still want you to get points, but he cooled down so much to the point of like, at what point do you switch that out? But again, his defense was solid and you won't necessarily see Green or Holland getting points. And it's just that whole in-game adjustment. And so just like I said, last game, you can have some good end games, but some of them you have to wait till the end of the game to make the adjustment next game. And I think that was the case for LeVert today because he, again, started off nice. Looked like he was carrying over for what he was doing, just like Tobias popping off in the second, stayed in later because he looked like, we needed those points. We couldn't just rely on Cade. So I understand that. But like you just said, I think next game, it just opens the door for other people now. Yeah,
it's all hands on deck now at this point. You can't, this is it. You lose one more, you're done.
Yeah.
So the last thing you want to be doing is coulda, woulda, shoulda when the season's over.
Yeah.
You got to do it now while you have the opportunity. So, but with that, I thought he played solid.
Yeah.
But once again, I'm not expecting him to replicate what he did last game. The rest of the playoffs. Shouldn't have to. So
agreed.
All right. We'll leave it there, boss, on Caris. Let's go now to, let me see. Ron didn't play. Javonte didn't play. Let's go to Marcus Sasser, boss.
Okay.
Sass. Jamoke, where you at? 313, where you at? I know y'all here somewhere in the chat.
I saw him earlier.
Lurking again.
Some love. Yeah.
Y'all lurking until we get this. Okay. All right. So this is for you. Because I know y'all. Let's get to Sass, boss. Tonight, Sass had 2 points. Only had 2 points, really? I think he had more than that. 1 or 2 shooting. 0 for 1 from 3. 2 boards. 1 turnover. No assists in 16 minutes. So not great minutes from Sass in this game. What'd you see from him in this game, boss?
I didn't mind him on the court. We were up when he was on the court. Let's see. Yeah, he's a +9. I know that doesn't mean much to you guys, but I felt like he played a lot in the first half, didn't play a lot in the second half. He played a little bit in the second half, but most of his minutes were in the first half. And I think he did fine out there. He just helped get the ball out of Cade's hands. He helped get the ball Jenkins' hands, them create together. I thought he played solid defense.
True.
He got 2 rebounds, which is huge.
He was fighting for those boards too, if I remember correctly.
It was right, and it's more of an eye test thing than the box score. His pull up in the paint was really nice. It was his first basket, and then he missed that 3. Can't remember if it was in the third or at halftime, but it was like near the end of a buzzer or just trying to maintain a lead, and it went and he missed it. It was a buzzer beater. I don't know if it was halftime or third because he missed it and he was all a little bit bummed because it would have been nice to see that go in. I think it would have gone crazy. I was fine with his minutes out there. I think the key is throwing a lot of faces at the Cavs. Not even just to like for defense and stuff, but just like they have our starters figured out. Yeah. So, and I wanted this, so I'm happy to see Sass minutes. But yeah, just keep that up, honestly. Because I think it just throws them off. They don't necessarily study everybody. And again, it would have been nice to see some of that 3 go in to see him get some more shots up. But again, it's not like he went we've seen him go like 0 of 4 from 3 in minutes towards the end of the season and stuff. Like, so he went 1 of 2. He was what Duncan did last game, basically. So I'm not, he only had 1 foul. I mean, 1 turnover and no assist isn't great. But again, like the box score is kind of lying. I think he did great out there for the minutes. And again, in a playoff in the postseason where he hasn't played, not even a series, but just like the postseason. I mean, he came in the last few minutes, but he got substantial minutes, early minutes tonight. And I think he did good.
Yeah, I think he was more of a box score receiver tonight. Like he flowed well with the offense.
Yes.
It's like Huerter. Not saying it was the same, but like the offense moved. There was pace to it. It was movement. It wasn't just janky, bogged down. We saw less of the Cade Citric offense when Sasser was in there. Like, it was just nice having another threat on the court. And he wasn't getting hunted on defense because they don't have a lot of big guards, unlike Orlando, which is why I said he wouldn't play against Orlando because they
closed out on Merrill super well. He made Merrill miss a 3.
Merrill was like, what, 6'2"? Yeah. You know what I mean? 6'3" at best. So it's like they're got Schroeder, 6'2". They got a lot of guys who just aren't big guards. So this series bodes well for him. So yeah, I'm with you. Even though he only had 2 points, I like what he gave you defensively. He wasn't getting hunted out. Guys weren't just scoring at will. He was fighting for boards. He was trying to push pace. So yeah, I'm cool with it. I mean, it's for me, it's still kind of tough because it's just like we're seeing lineups that we didn't see normally in the regular season that worked for us. Like when we're winning all these games, it wasn't, and this is not nothing against. I'm just like, where is the lineup we saw in the regular season?
Right. I agree.
It just feels like a lot of experimentation right now with these lineups because can you recall in the regular season we saw Sasser for 16 minutes, Caris for 24 minutes. Like it's just, I don't know. It's just we didn't see these rotations in the regular season when it worked for us. So I don't know. It's just kind of weird right now. But when it comes to him, I wasn't mad with what we saw from him, like compartmentalizing him. Wasn't mad at that. It's just, I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss for words right now because it's just.
I think when your second leading scorer sucks in the postseason, you got to experiment with other people to try to create something.
That's a good point. That's fair.
I think if JD was pulling his weight, like doing what he did in the regular season, we would see more consistent lineups in other areas. But now you're begging for points because your guy's not getting them.
Yeah. So that's well said. That's very well said, boss. So that could be exactly what it is. So we'll leave it there. We'll end it with that mic drop that you just dropped because that's a really good point. I didn't think about that. You're right.
I just like because I agree, but I think it's just what like we're all kind of like, well, now what?
yeah, for sure. All right, guys, let's go to our last guy. Beef Stew, Isaiah Stewart, Dog Pound Senior. Tonight, guys, Isaiah Stewart finished with 8 points on 3 of 5 shooting, 2 of 3 from 3. 2 boards and 1 assist and a block in 11 minutes. So, what did you see from Isaiah Stewart tonight, boss?
Again, they've been reiterating, right, that he's not injured. He looked more spry.
He did.
Looked better. He hit 2 big threes. It was huge. It was exactly what we needed because, again, I don't think they were expecting it. No one was guarding him. 2 possessions in a row. Right. I loved those play calls. I loved it because I said last postgame, I was like, I want to see Stu shoot some threes, do something. The 2 boards, he forced a jump out. Again, the Tyson situation, we can talk about his real quick. Like
shout out to him
for truly walking away, not instigating back.
Stu of the past, probably may have gotten ejected.
Crazy. But then if I'm like, well, you're only going to play me 11 minutes, coach, I might as well swing. You know, like,
right.
But
shout out to him though. That's a big deal.
Fantastic. And then, he kept that clean too. He had that emphatic one-handed slam.
That's spinning off it too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And again, that was just energy, momentum. Like, no, did he get a crazy amount of boards? No. He did get a block. That block was the jump ball. He did, he put up 8 points. He put up 8 points into Duren's 9, but like his were better. They weren't like, when did you get 9 points? They were like, I listed them all there for you. 2 threes and then an emphatic slam. It was just energy and exactly what we needed. And I think I even said it, like, even if B-Ball Paul needed a break in the 4th, I want Stu back in because he's not going to suck the momentum out of the team. Something about whatever that is with JD, but Stu, he was up there. He was doing stuff. I mean, the 11 minutes confuses me if he's not injured. I just refuse to buy that at this point.
That's either way. It's like, Because if he's hurt, it's disheartening if he's still injured. If he's healthy 100%, why is he only playing 11 minutes?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
So, I mean, great Stu game.
yeah.
Truly, in
more
his
than
11
minutes,
minutes.
though.
I'm so happy that he got a block.
Especially-
He finally got a stock this series.
Right.
So very proud of him there. But again, definitely need more minutes. But that's why I'm hoping that we see more of that split in the B-ball Paul Stu lineup.
Yeah, exactly. Organic says, nice like this really emphasize your point of playing Stewart the forward during the season, Deuce. He would have been great as a forward in the second half, but JB only trusts him as a center. Yes, bro. 100%. This is why we talked about this all year, bro. All year we talked about this, man. As far as why I want to see a two big lineup, I was saying for teams like the Knicks, for teams like the Cavs, for teams who go with that two big lineup, you have to have it. You have to have it. They got 2 7-footers over there, man. You can't have a big and Tobias in there. It's just not big enough, bro. It's just not enough. It's just not enough. When you're a defensive team and you're trying to get stops and you're trying to finish possessions defensively with your rebounding and preventing offensive boards so you can get out and run and you're not stuck in a half court, why don't you have 2 guys in there to make sure you get that rebound, you get that stop, you get that transition opportunity?
Yeah.
I just don't understand that, especially when JD is struggling. We talking about Paul Reed all night. About Stu. Don't forget about Stu. The player who, had he played enough minutes the last 2 years and played enough games the last 2 years, would have been all NBA defense the last 2 years. And he's playing 11 minutes when JD's struggling?
Yeah. True.
If he's healthy, what the F?
Yeah.
Like, all those things considered, to me, point to him and Paul Reed playing more.
Absolutely.
Both of them.
Agreed.
Like, we talked about how Paul Reed only played in the fourth quarter, right?
Mm-hmm.
He played in the second half. He played all the fourth quarter, right? Wasn't that what it was? Because let me see. Paul Reed has 17 minutes tonight. So he played the second half only.
Mm-hmm.
He's still only playing the second half only. Played 6 minutes more than Stu.
Yeah.
Huh? I don't get it. I don't think we've seen Stu and Paul Reed play together at all this playoffs.
No. Again, I was even mad when they brought in JD for a rebound. Don't reward him.
Why not Stu and Paul? Right. That's what I'm saying. We haven't seen those two together all playoffs.
Man.
You haven't seen JD and Stu barely all playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Or JD and Paul Reed. We just haven't seen 2 big lineup at all. And against this team, why?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't get it. So Organic, I've been saying that since the beginning of the season, bro. Too big, bro. For who you're trying to be defensively, why not?
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm at. So let's see your follow-up. Yeah, Tobias could have used a breather in the second half too. Stu needs minutes, especially when yes. That's another thing. He spreads the floor so that way they can't pack the paint with those 2 bigs.
Mm-hmm.
You at least pull one of those guys out because now they got to defend him. So now Cade has more driving lanes. He has more room in the paint to finish instead of dealing with 2 bigs in the paint. Because now at least one of those guys has to guard Stu because he's shooting the 3-ball well.
Mm-hmm.
All signs point back to him playing. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. So that's all I got for him. He can't play himself. But if he's healthy, he did look healthy tonight. That's another adjustment I am making immediately.
Agreed.
Paul Reed, Isaiah Stewart need at least 15 to 20 minutes minimum next game. Minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Minimum.
Oh, yeah.
And probably more than that.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. We'll leave it there, man. I feel a little bit better. I'm still on the edge, but I feel a little bit better, guys.
Yeah, I'm mad. It wasn't an elimination game. We have another chance on Friday. Cavs haven't lost a home game yet, but before tonight they hadn't won an away game either, so we can absolutely take that from them. I think if these adjustments are made, we can do it. It's gonna be fun. I mean, a lot of people said Pistons in 6, but now this is a 7-game series. A lot of people thought this would be a 7-game series, and that's what it is. Here we go.
It's crazy that I'm now hoping for a 7-game series.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, man. But boss, you're right. Your point is taken. A lot of people were saying that. So
guys. There's nothing you can dwell on it. We can be angry, be disappointed, but at the end of the day, what happened. And so now we just gotta support the team. I said this last time with the Magic last series. It sucks that we're finding ourselves in these positions through the playoffs, but if it ain't rough, it ain't right.
Yeah, I guess.
You just want one easy thing. It's never easy.
I just it's easy to start. We weren't saying that stuff when we was up 2-0. I ain't trying to. No, man. Like,
I mean, I guess, but why would you? I'm just trying to support a team. If you want, you know what, I'm not going to tell you guys how to feel. So you can crowd.
We all process differently. Yeah.
Or you can look.
So let's look ahead. Look ahead to the next game, guys. Game 6 is going to be this Friday. TBD as far as the time and the broadcast. Is when?
Or 7 p.m. Eastern, yeah.
Oh, on Friday? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that has been updated. But it'll be this Friday night, guys. So hopefully the Pistons, in the biggest game of the season, can pull out a dub and go from there. You have any thoughts on next game, boss? Anything on your radar as you look forward to game 6 quickly?
I just want real quick. Gons Putty, you've just been spamming our chat. If you want me to address that JB is an awful coach and we should fire him, I disagree. There's my address.
Yeah, I disagree too. I don't think that either.
Okay.
Just based on what he's done the last 2 years.
Imagine, turning a team around in 2 years from 14 to 60 and then just give up on one thing. So
and his roster is not complete yet.
There's the address. Please continue to tell me I'm wrong now. But anyways, game 6. I mean, I don't know what to expect. I hope for these adjustments. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be working, so I can't do the live, but I'll be at the post game, and hopefully it's a happy post game.
Hope so.
I'll be able to watch the game, but I work with kids, guys, so I can't really have them on camera. So I won't be at the live, but I don't really know. It's hard. I think we got to process this before I think we can look ahead. I'm curious to see some of the post-game interviews, some of the post-game discourse. So regular season turn possible. Oh, that's nice. You're okay. You're fine. So yeah, I'm pumped for more basketball.
We'll see. We'll see, man. I'm trying to be optimistic, but I'm just going in, just watching the game. I'm just going in watching the game. I'm just gonna watch and observe. I'm gonna watch and see what happens, see how it looks, and we'll see what happens after that.
Yeah.
But it's not over. It's not over yet. Boss, we were here when it was 3-1 with the Magic. Didn't look good. Looked very dire. They fought back. This team has been a team that's fought back all year, dealt with adversity all year, and they've climbed their way out of holes all year. So we'll see if they can do it again. Guys, I'm going to be here for the post game and the live watch. My 10-year anniversary, guys, is tomorrow. Actually, it's this morning. It's today. 10-year anniversry is today.
Anniversary.
Thank you. Appreciate that. But I will be here for the post game. I will be here for the live watch party. So nothing changes. But we'll hopefully I can get a dub as a result of some good karma. Good karma. So we'll see. But I appreciate you guys for that, for sure, man. Yeah. Great show. Appreciate you guys' comments as always, man. It's been fun. You guys help keep this thing cathartic and therapeutic. We work through it together. Yeah, it's clutch, bro. It's a lot of work, man. For y'all been married, y'all know. Married life is not easy, but it's definitely worth it. Especially when you have a wife like I do, who allows me to do what I do and who's very supportive and loves Pistons basketball as well. If I wasn't watching this game, she'd be watching this game without me.
Love it.
So that's just so
I love
we're gonna be here regardless.
Tidbits on there. I love when we were just watching the live and you hear that was a foul
in the background. That's Shan, man, for sure. That's my queen. So appreciate you guys, man. And appreciate all the happy anniversaries. Appreciate you guys for the love, man. And yeah, we'll see what happens, boss. So we'll leave it there. We appreciate you guys for showing up as you guys always do. Make sure you guys smash that like button and subscribe if you are new, man. You guys have a great night, and y'all know the drill, man. Detroit versus everybody. See y'all Friday.
All the dirty work, all dog. I'ma dive on the floor, go try to block every shot, and I'ma be physical with you the whole game. You know Stu gonna be physical with you. When you think of the Pistons, you think it's just hard work and just gritty basketball. That's just the identity you gotta have when you put on that jersey.
I'm not your average breed of King 9. Not a good dog, I'm bad boy for life. I set the tone, don't care about no tick. Let it be known, I get my respect. Come in the lane and see I don't bluff. If you retaliate, that's on ya. Talking hundreds, I heard your shade. Talking that chop, you must want this way. If the dog palm, mess around, find out, yeah. If the dog palm, mess around, find out, for some barbecue sauce, boy, you better cough a hill, cause I'm like that. When you're real for some barbecue sauce, boy, you better cough a hill, cause I'm like that. The dog palm, mess around,